stream.
I was in Boston. I just got back like 40 minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
1. All right. I think we are green lights with all of the tech, hoping that we are. Everyone good with all of their stuff? And our stream, we're checking that, see if we're green light there. We are without our producer tonight, so we are flying blind. Welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of people who have no idea what they're doing, and that will be on display tonight with our technical prowess, sit around and laugh at each other. We do some collaborative role-playing and dice rolling known as Dungeons & Dragons. And so we are excited to have you here. As I mentioned, and I don't know if the stream picked that up, we are without our producer who is sick again. Dakota, we love you. Come back soon. We need you. And so if the sound or yep, got sound there.
Yep.
The sound is not working, or if you notice anything wrong with the maps, etc., please let us know in the comments. We are going to have several of us here who are checking the comments as we play, and so we should be able to respond as quickly as we can and get that going. So, of course, we are also in the middle of the Christmas season, and so it's great to be able to celebrate that with all the different holidays going on. And we are doing a subscriber kind of blast, if you will. Every subscription that we get, whether it is a Amazon Prime free subscription or a paid subscription, we are going to 100% match. So not only the half that we get, but the full amount, 100% match, and then donate that to Toys for Tots. So we are excited to be able to do that. I'm pretty sure we're up to 9 or so for this month, and so we would love to get over the 10 count tonight, and would really like to be able to donate $100. That's kind of at least my goal. I would love to see 20 subscribers, and hopefully you can make that happen with us tonight.
And I think this is the last night because the next one won't be till after Christmas. Mm-hmm. So this will be the last night for the subscription to donate to Toys for Tots. So whatever we get by the end of tonight, we'll probably be able to count it and let you guys know how much will actually be going.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we get at least one to get to that 50 amount, and if we can really blow it out and get to 20, that would be amazing. Let's blow it out. Huh?
Send it.
All right, very good. Do we have any other announcements for anything? We are not playing.
It's Morthos' birthday today.
Oh, it is Morthos' birthday. Well, I'll have to give you a present then.
Oh boy.
He finds gold.
I'm dead.
You are going to die.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a birthday present.
It's all a secret.
So happy birthday, Morthos.
Thank you.
Also known as Adam. We prefer the fantasy fiction names that have no real bearing in the real world.
Morthos is a lot cooler than
It is true. It's true.
More syllables.
More syllables.
So, happy birthday. We are not going to be streaming next Tuesday on Christmas Day.
What?
I know.
Commitment, guys.
We are likely going to be streaming on the day after, the 26th. And so we're going to shoot for a Wednesday stream, and then we'll figure out next Wednesday what we're going to be doing for the following week. If we might go on Wednesday again, the 3rd, I don't know. Several of us can't be here, so it would be a smaller crew, but we're going to figure that out. But we're shooting for next Wednesday as opposed to next Tuesday for our stream, little Christmas stream. So don't tune in next Tuesday, but next Wednesday. All right. Anything else? We got everything? All right, well then we're going to just move right along and jump into our little recap as we begin tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat.
Do.
Yes, and there's our intro. By the way, If you haven't seen Critical Role's new introduction, they just launched it with this last episode. It is awesome. It's like an anime type thing. Really, really cool. Check it out.
Got a crappy theme song.
Just heard the door open.
Okay. And so we are going to begin with our customary recap. So after a mysterious portal was opened in the market square of Waterdeep, our band of heroes helped save the city by repulsing a horde of mephits and peritons before the monsters could take an abundance of innocent lives. Tasked by the Order of the Gauntlet to track and destroy the largest periton, marked with distinct blue feathers, which had successfully evaded Waterdeep's Griffin Cavalry, Moniker has now come to a small town of Nightstone in the hopes of picking up the Flying Beast's trail. Upon arrival in Nightstone, our band of adventurers quickly learned of a hobgoblin threat in the area and immediately sought to deal with it because, well, that's just what they do. Traveling to the Dripping Caves, and despite Hold's sheer size, Moniker did their best to infiltrate the goblin base. Learning that the hobgoblins had essentially conscripted the smaller and weaker goblins to do their bidding, Moniker incited a rebellion through some telepathic trickery and attacked. And even though Moniker had 3/4 of their party downed during the battle, and Sola nearly killed in one shot, missed it by 1 hit point, our heroes managed to finish off all of the hobgoblins and clear the caves from the threat and gather some cool loot in the process. As they complete their looting, and with some of the caves still yet to be explored, it is here that we pick up tonight's adventure. So, Moniker, what do you wish to do next?
Well, we're still in the caves. Yes.
We have to find Reina, correct?
I think you mean
Rita?
Rita. But
Rita? Sure.
I
So
think
I
you
can't
should-
read my own writing.
Okay, Sola. Jeez.
Okay, so
You two have been hanging out too much.
He is a stand-up guy, guys. Come on, he just
He is.
healed me.
So if I recall, there's one little gnome that stayed with us the whole time.
Goblin.
One stayed
They're all
with
the
us,
same.
and then two, yeah,
Must be this side of the table.
yeah, and then the two, Flint and Varric or whatever.
I didn't notice them run away.
Fred?
Pretty sure Ferric is the wizard.
What else?
Yes, he is.
We are a
It's both
mess.
sides of the Let's go find Rita.
What about Frere Jacques?
Dormez-vous? I don't know, man. I don't know what's wrong. Let's go find Rita.
Rita!
Can you speak Goblin?
I do speak Goblin.
Can you interact with them and find out where Rita's being held?
So as you kind of explore the caves, Fret leads you to a room that has a little goblin tied up and gagged as well. And she has long, flowing white hair and kind of a little, very dirty dress, so to speak. And she's there and just kind of watching wide-eyed as you guys enter, knowing that several hobgoblins ran past her room. And in fact, Hold, you ran past her room to go get to the sorcerer. And then ultimately turned around and kind of looted their little throne area as well as the bodies themselves.
We're definitely not the bad guys.
And so she was tied up there. Fret leads you to her, and you see her there. There are also, now that all of the hobgoblins have been dealt with, there are several other, as I mentioned at the end of the episode, several other goblins, non-combatant goblins, who have kind of made their way out and are
Breeders.
beginning to clear up the remains, mourning over the death of some of the goblins that died, although there were a couple who didn't, including Fred, since he stayed back.
How's he looking in my loincloth I created for him?
He's kind of gone back and found some new armor. In fact, he kind of stripped it off one of the dead ones and put it on.
Fair.
Yeah. And so you find Rita. Fret points him out to you, and she's there looking up at you.
We should probably free her because she was bound against her will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask her in Goblin. It's like a rusty goblin, but it's a goblin.
What's it sound like?
I told you it's rusty. If she's okay.
I go over and untie the gag around her mouth.
I'm sorry.
I pulled it down.
It looks like it's reached that side of the
It's
table.
me, but she's not the sharpest tack.
So you gag her,
I
or
ungag
her, pull the gag down, and she kind of untie me, please.
I'll walk over.
She says in
Okay.
Goblin.
Okay.
You're the only one who understands this.
What'd
So
you say?
anything that I'm saying, you understand
She
it,
just
they
wants
don't.
us to untie her. Just I'm gonna tell her back like, okay, we're here to help. Don't run away from us. We're gonna untie her.
Where would I go? I wouldn't go anywhere.
Just making sure. She seems a little squirmish. I'm gonna untie her.
Okay. She. Hey, you. What of Belk? Is he dead?
Yes. We killed him.
Yeah.
We killed him. He's
And
dead.
she looks and she sees Fret standing there, which is why she's kind of trusting you, especially you would understand the history that they have with Nightstone. They had a treaty, so she doesn't necessarily see you guys as a threat because she's already dealt with those with non-goblins who were kind to them.
Tell her Leo sent us.
Leo sent us.
Leo, see the leader of Nightstone, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, where did we have to go with the keys? I wrote that down. Ask her about what happened to the leader that she replaced. The one who just mysteriously disappeared.
No bog.
No bog.
No bog.
Nilbog, yes, she hears the name. A couple
Yeah.
of you mentioned Nilbog. Yes,
Oh, here it is.
he left. He went to reclaim an artifact of Baglubiet.
The artifact of Baglubiet?
Close enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their god.
Okay.
But listen, if Belk is dead, Dubek will be back searching for him. So we cannot stay here. Something must be done.
Who's Dubak?
Dubek is boss of Belk.
Oh, jeez.
There's always another one.
Dubek is the boss of Bel. Why
Powerful wizard sorcerer type.
why were they interested in these caves? Why did they
They just used them to gather coin for a cult, which Dubek is part of.
you don't happen to name the name of that cult?
No, cult, some cult.
What kind of coins were they collecting? Just do you guys have precious minerals here?
Well, it was in chests. They had all money in chests.
Oh,
Goblin?
we took care of that.
She'll have to tell us.
We'll protect that chest, all right.
She's gonna find out.
Okay.
Ask when he'll be back.
Nope, don't want to know. Will you guys be
Are you
safe?
telling us what she's saying?
Yeah.
Can we leave?
Is Dubak goblin?
I think he's a hobgoblin. He's the other guy's Belk's
Oh,
boss.
he's a
He's a
sorcerer.
wizard sorcerer.
Yeah, is he a hobgoblin? We do not know the answer to this question.
Doesn't really matter.
It
Yes.
does.
Yes.
Okay. Is Dubek a goblin or a hobgoblin or a
Hobgoblin, strong hobgoblin.
super
I'll
strong?
turn that hobgoblin into a hobblegoblin.
Amen.
Okay. Well, what are you guys gonna do if he's gonna come back?
Not stay here. We had
Will
some.
you guys go to Nightstone? Will Nightstone protect you?
Leo, the leader didn't want us there. We're goblins, and we had peace treaty, but didn't want us in the town.
Yeah.
We have other cave, but there are kobolds there, and
Yeah.
we sent them scouts to go and get some of our minerals for Belk, so that he wouldn't have to attack Nightstone, but we couldn't get in.
Rhaegar, didn't you want to go back there anyway?
Why? Yes, I did.
Me
On the way back.
I don't know how safe this cave is going to be for you.
Well, they want to leave this cave and they want to go to the other cave
Another
where we
cave.
saw the kobolds.
Yes.
but the
Well, go
kobolds
and
aren't
kill
gonna let 'em in.
kobolds. They're mean, nasty things.
I mean, people say the same thing about
Agreed.
goblins.
I don't mind that.
Again, technically, she's the only one
Holt's just yes.
hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Ask her when Dubek will be back.
When's Dubek coming? When? I mean,
I don't know.
Let's do back.
okay.
Longer the better.
So you guys just need to go to the cave with the kobolds, and the kobolds wouldn't let you in.
Well, there were too many of them, and our scouts couldn't get in, and they didn't want to fight, and so they just came back.
What? You
What's she
guys-
saying?
You know those caves where we saw the kobolds
Oh, yeah.
and the goblins? Well, I guess the party that we saw there, they were trying to go hang out in those caves because this Dubek guy is going to be coming back with Belk, but the kobolds like wouldn't let them in, and the goblins aren't allowed in Nightstone, so that's why they were stuck here, and Belk kind of took over.
So
They can't
So what
stay
did they
there.
want us to do?
No name of new blog. They just don't want to be here because Dubek's going to be coming back, who's like the leader of some cult and was coming for all those jewels that are
gone.
safe.
Yeah. I mean,
Safe. Yeah.
in a safe.
Yeah, they're safe.
So if they cannot
Safely
stay
stowed.
here, where do they want to go?
That sounds.
To the Cobalt Cave.
Why
Well,
wouldn't the
Kobold.
kobolds let him in?
Petty Cobalt cult thing.
How do they know that he won't just track them down,
It's a fair assessment.
enslave them again
Is
Make
there
him
another
invisible.
cave?
to another
Well, is this
cave?
artifact gonna help?
I mean, if we saw the cave, he probably knows where the cave is.
What is the artifact?
I don't know. What does the artifact do?
Nilbog, no, I don't know. Artifact of Maglubiet, powerful. Someone else had before, some tiefling, like this one, looked like this one. But
Was it me?
she disappeared. She'd leave with other heroes, and Nilbog go to find her. I don't know.
So we just left. Okay. Well,
Goblins fought valiantly for hold.
they
We
did.
must protect them.
I agree.
This is quite the change of heart.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't you just say you wanted to kill all the goblins before?
I did.
I did.
I did.
But
This
now he
one,
wants to kill
this
all
one
the
fought
kobolds.
bravely against those who were attacking this man.
Hey, so since we kind of saved your butts here and we saved them, do you guys
True.
have like some
I remember.
health potions or something you can give us? I mean, my buddy here is real injured.
Anyone have a
Hobgoblins.
drink.
Hobgoblins have all valuables. You can look around caves and see what you find. You can take, especially since we're leaving. But
Should we take them with us and bring them there?
If we go and fight out these kobolds, this guy is just gonna come, find him again, and enslave him.
I have an idea.
What if we booby trap this place?
Yeah. Or what if we get an alliance between the kobolds and the goblins?
Well,
And-
that's what
and
I'm
we-
more
Can
for.
kobolds talk?
Yeah,
Of course they can.
I can speak to them.
And I've got the goblin side.
So what if we build an alliance and we just wreck?
Sola, you know they talk.
Okay, sorry.
You speak to them, and we
You
just
I know they talk.
we wreck Dubek. And then we split up the land evenly between them. We have a truce with Waterdeep and a truce with the kobolds and goblins.
Nightstone?
Right, so.
Waterdeep too, man. We don't know how far they reach. Think.
I'm more likely to do that because I mean we just saved all these goblins who like don't always get saved all the time. So what? I mean we're like definitely not the bad guys, so we're not just gonna wipe out all the kobolds just so the goblins can move in where the kobolds were. I'm not a huge fan of slaughtering an entire community just because it's convenient.
The only way you're gonna get a treaty is if she's in with it.
Right.
So ask her. Ask her if this is something she's willing to do.
So listen, Rita,
Nina.
we'll help you keep you guys safe. We really want to do that for you. You know, this
Good,
Dubek
good.
and Belk or whoever we just killed,
Belk-
clearly
Belk
they're bad,
died.
they're powerful.
Belk deserved death.
Yeah, definitely he sucks. He's the worst. So, we would like to take you and your community and bring you guys to the dripping. We're in the dripping caves.
Yeah.
The other caves with the kobolds.
Greenstone Cave. Yes, Greenstone Cave.
But we're not like a huge fan of just wiping out the kobolds just because they're in the cave and they wouldn't let you in. So what we're prepared and willing to do is to bring you guys there and help work out a treaty, a peace treaty, just like what you guys have with Nightstone, but with the kobolds.
Roll persuasion.
Oh,
Can I guidance her?
gonna be tough. You don't
You
know
wouldn't
what she's
really.
saying.
I mean,
Okay.
you don't really
Yeah,
understand
you're right.
what's going
You're
on.
right.
15.
And for future reference, if you're going into a conversation that you think she might want guidance, before the conversation starts, say, I'm going to guidance her. And then at some point during the conversation, you can add that D4 to whatever roll if it's
Okay.
necessary. All right?
Okay.
So, what'd you roll?
15.
15. She kind of scratches her head.
Hey, I mean, it's either this or we go back to Nightstone and y'all die. It doesn't really help us either way. We're trying to be some decent people here.
Roll intimidation.
Oh, I'm also very intimidating.
Interessante. That took up. That's yeah.
23.
You don't. No, we don't want to die. No, we could talk to Dragon.
Yeah, I mean,
Vermin.
it's not going to be a permanent thing. Once we take care of Dubek, you guys can move back into your caves and everything will be hunky-dory. And if anything, you guys
Do
just
you
have a
fight
new
Dubek?
trait. Yeah, I mean, we might require some of the more abled men.
Literally.
If you fight Dubek, that would be very, very good. Very, very
We're all
good.
just nodding.
We're agreeing to our death, but yeah, we're just nodding.
They're great at fighting things, guys.
Just sure is saying Dubek a lot. Wonder
So
what
so
we're
we-
getting into.
let us gather our things, and then we go with you to Greenstone Caves.
Is there a chance that, do you think Dubak will be back before the morning? What time of day is it?
No idea when he back. He come back not often. Left Belk in charge, and then Belk.
And how
give-
often does Belk have to like respond back? Like how often does he send
Belk
messages?
send loot back, and they send messages back and forth.
Hey, Jax. Can you ask him if Dubek has like a security detail around him? If he has like a
Does
number of...
Dubak ever come? Have you guys ever seen Dubak in person?
He here only once.
And when he came here, did he come with other people?
Big, strong hobgoblins and other cult people.
Yeah, it sounds like a few
Big,
cultists. and a
big blue
goblin or
dragon
two.
man.
What cult? Did we find that out?
No, they don't know.
What did you say?
Damn. I don't know any of this.
Did you just hear what she said?
What?
I think that's a no, bud.
A goblin. I was telling him.
Out of game?
They come with goblins and a couple of cultists.
Yeah. And
What else? Oh, I didn't hear anything else.
yeah.
I was talking to him.
Big blue dragon man.
Ah, aren't you? We're looking for a blue dragon.
Yeah.
Why?
Blue dragon.
Blue paraton,
Oh,
blue
wow.
bird. I don't care.
Blue's Clues.
That's exactly what it is.
Wait, did you say blue dragon?
Yeah, like a big one.
She said it in Goblin.
But did she respond to blue dragon?
In,
In
in
Goblin.
Goblin.
Son of a bee sting.
Okay.
Isn't
Well, we
Dragon
really
just
need
Draco in
to-
Goblin? Draco?
We really need to
Dracovalis.
like sleep. We definitely can't fight anybody tonight.
Why don't we?
But I think you guys need some time bringing your essentials with us. And if there's any strong men, they'll need to bring their armor and their weapon because we'll need help too. I don't think this sounds like a little bit much. Let me talk to my party. You tell your town the plan. Because I don't want a stray goblin going off and robbing a kobold, and then suddenly we've got a civil war and this big monster coming down on us.
We don't fight. We good goblins.
Yeah.
We make
that's what they
friends
told
with
me
Nightstone peoples.
too. Okay. Well, you can still tell your town. Let me talk to my crew real quick.
So give me the lowdown
So
on
what's
what just
going
happened.
on?
Hey guys.
What's up, girl?
Yas.
So I think I really did a good thing. I'm really just like getting into this action hero thing that we're doing. I'm really excited. We're gonna take the goblins down to the kobolds. We're gonna make everybody peaceful for each other. Sola, I'm really picking up learning from you.
You've done well.
Create this treaty, and then to really like save the innocents when this big mean guy comes down. I said we're gonna take care of them, and they're bringing a blue dragon too. So like that's everything.
A blue
dragon.
dragon?
What?
And is that what we're up here for?
Blue
I'm
dragon.
here for a parrot.
Blue dragon bad.
Yeah.
They both fly. They're both blue.
Also, she
you are
looks-
lucky I understood the color.
She looks scared while she was talking to you for a moment.
Well, I mean, yeah, they've been under slavery. Aren't we supposed to free the slaves or something like that?
No, afraid of
Can I roll
you.
strength and feedback? Is that something I should be rolling on?
Me,
I mean,
little old me.
You can roll, yeah. If she mentioned a blue dragon,
That's 21.
I mean, you know that there were sightings of a blue dragon around Greenest.
Okay.
That the rumors said that the dragon had been dealt with by some adventurers, and that they
I
weren't.
heard that song.
Yes, that was the talk of Waterdeep a couple months back.
I do love songs.
Well, I mean, these are innocent, harmless goblins who I say we defend them.
Can we take them back to Nightstone where we rest up? We need to barter for at least one more day with Expo.
You did.
Oh, Expo.
He gave
Oh,
us.
he's still alive?
Yeah,
Forgot
it'd be a shame if
about
something
that
happened.
guy.
I honestly forgot about Expo.
That's because he is a. I
Where,
will quell my anger in this.
where might the Paraton be compared to this cave?
We don't know, but I think
Well, it's not like Expo's gonna leave without us.
Are we,
That little midget's so scared of everything.
true, but it would be if we want all of the gold, we may want to negotiate another day rather than just stick them with one.
are we closer to where the Paraton may be now? Or
No, I believe it's on the
So we
way
have to fight
back.
another big blue
Oh.
bird?
On the way back to Waterdeep.
I am
so that area is where
not
the
thrilled
site
about the
was sighted.
decision we're making.
Yes.
This is a lot of fighting.
Let's
Yes,
do
deep in the
it.
forest.
Let's do it all.
Are deep.
I must speak with Leo on the way back though.
I mean, we've got some stuff to
I
retrieve
have
from
a
Leo.
divine mission,
Right.
which trumps everything anyone else says.
You're on a mission from Gap.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. Okay. So what
Speaking
I'm
of Leo.
hearing is I really didn't play the situation great, but it's all gonna work out on the end.
Wait, guys. So
Slow clap from
So-
Go me.
so Nightstone has a peace treaty with the goblins, right?
Right.
Yes.
So why couldn't we just take the goblins to Nightstone and then negotiate
Leo.
with Leo?
They don't want goblins in their town. They're okay with the people not killing
They
each
don't
other.
have to be in the town. I mean, they could, just hang around outside.
I feel like wherever we bring the goblins to, that's where Dubek's gonna go, though, too.
So,
And do we really want Dubek going on a town of humans, or if they kill a couple kobolds, like what are we happy
I could
with?
hold maybe 20 in a backpack if somebody
Humans
could
or
put
kobolds?
goblins.
Goblins.
Oh. So, like, okay.
Could just hold them there for a while. That's what I do.
It feels like that's why you're
do
named
that.
what you're named.
So the goblins, while you're having this conversation,
They might fit.
they're getting things packed up. They create a fire in the middle of the stalagmites and start burning all of the bodies and kind of give them a little kind of sending off. You see several of them. It looks like giving offerings for the dead and things like that. There's one part of the system where a lot of them seem to be going in and out of. If you recall the map, it was kind of in the southwest part, and there seems to be a lot of the housing of where these goblins were living in the little cave system up there. There's really no one going into the northeast. Everyone's kind of staying away from that. And the northwest is where the hobgoblins' living quarters were, where the little throne was.
Did we rob that room?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was where you found
That's
the
where we
chest
got off.
with the gold, and
That's what they were
you also got all those the items off of the body.
Do I notice anyone who was like fighting with us? The goblins?
There's the one goblin who was fighting with you is there, and he is kind of with Rita now and Fret. They seem to be the two most able-bodied warriors that are there,
Okay.
along with Rita, and so they're kind of helping a lot of the
I'm
non-combatants
gonna
out.
dual minds him while I'm kind of like, preoccupied and just be like,
And this is one that you did speak to
Yeah.
before, who responded to your
Yes.
telepathic convincing that you were Maglubiet, and as his god wanted him to attack.
and I'm just gonna kind of dual minds him and say,
You have done well.
and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And he starts talking to some of the other goblins around him, and he's like, flexing a little bit.
It's paladin.
My Lubliana Dama.
Was that the only one, or?
That was the only one who survived.
Okay.
Yeah. And are you guys doing anything else in the cave?
So what are we gonna take them back to Nightstone where we can rest
Yeah,
and
we're gonna
protect
search
them?
that other area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it looks
we are.
like they also have preparations. I don't know
For-
how willing they're gonna be
Lost hobby gobs.
Yeah.
coming to Nightstone. What happens if we can get them to meet us halfway on the road back?
We're gonna do camp on a road.
Yeah, they're goblins.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do that. If they have a truce or a treaty with Nightstone, I don't see what the harm is bringing them back if they can do it.
It looks like they're
What?
cleaning the caves, though.
Why don't we finish searching this cave?
Amen.
Go
With
back
all-
by ourselves.
Okay.
Have the goblins meet us on the other side of Nightstone in the forest as we
On the way to
walk them to the
Cobalt.
next cave. Because we
Jax.
can't take the trail with the goblins.
We're correct.
Jax, maybe you could ask Rita what is in this part of the cave that no one seems to be coming from.
Hey Rita.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing everybody doing all their preparations. How come nobody goes up there? I point in the northeast corner.
Use that for prisoners. Bat cave, dangerous if make noise, but nothing really in there that we want.
Okay. Hey guys, it just sounds like there's some bats and they don't really go up there because it gets dangerous. So
What
So if I
dangerous
was going to
owl?
hide something, I would hide it there then.
I'm with you. You should go.
okay. Well,
Also-
you have the sneaky people going.
Dangerous how?
Do you think that
Bats.
the spot I couldn't get in maybe comes in from that location?
Maybe. I thought the spot we couldn't get in was through Craps Creek.
In your
That's
exploring,
west.
you did find an area of water that kind of a pool that gathered and then flowed out a side cave on the far west side.
Oh.
So the area that they're talking about is in the
Different
northeast.
spot.
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay. Well, Rita, so here's the plan we've decided. We really need to go down to we need to go back to Nightstone because we need to sleep and
It's, by the way, it's getting on towards about 10 p.m.,
Yeah.
11 p.m. as
We're
this has been going on.
exhausted.
I'm good.
He almost dead. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna go back to Nightstone tonight. We're gonna sleep.
We
while
go,
you
we
guys
go with
pack.
you? Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
can come with us.
We
On
can
the
with you.
other side of Nightstone, there's a forest. We're gonna have you guys camp out there.
Other side of Nightstone. Nightstone and River.
On the other side of the river, on the other side of
How do we get to other side of river?
Okay.
Same way the hobgoblin. Oh, I'm not done. I have no idea what you're saying.
We'll figure out once we get closer. Or you could camp outside, but
We
This
stay
way you're
outside, but we go with you to Nightstone.
yeah. So you'll come
Yeah.
with us to Nightstone, you'll stay outside so that nobody gets in trouble. And in
We
the
stay
morning,
outside houses in
Oh, and no, I don't
in town square. Yeah, yeah.
that seems a little unreasonable. Leo doesn't want you there, remember. I'm just trying to keep everything safe. You're gonna stay outside of Nightstone, but like next to Nightstone. And then in the morning we'll take you to the caves. Remember, you either come with us and listen to us, or you die 10,000 deaths.
Oh my.
10,000.
He's a wizard.
That's right. You could bring them back and kill them again.
Yeah. I don't know what kind.
All right, whatever.
You look very sneaky. This is not gonna go well, but I'm really too tired to care, so we're going. Alrighty,
go.
guys,
So
they're
how
gonna
did that
follow
go?
us to Nightstone.
Not that we heard any of this, but I have a feeling there's gonna be a whole bunch of goblins in the middle of the city.
I know.
Maybe I'll camp out with them if it makes them feel safe.
Hey guys, so like we're gonna go back to Nightstone. They're gonna follow us and may or may not sleep outside. Let's go.
May or may
All right.
not.
Anyone else doing anything else before you leave?
Are we checking the?
back
We're
cage?
gonna go check the back cave.
Okay, roll perception.
I have 1 hit point.
Ooh,
And that's why we need to sleep.
We do need to sleep.
Samesies.
13.
So you see with your dark vision, because it's pitch black, the opening expands, and you see several terraces that lead up, and then in the center, a big dark hole that you can't really see the bottom of from where you're standing. And these terraces create several natural ledges around the outskirts of the room, which would be large enough, high enough to be kind of little holding pens, so to speak. There are no bars or anything. And with that perception check, you also hear faint scratching and low screeching sounds coming from within the hole. You also notice up on the far ledge and the far terrace faintly glowing green iridescent plant.
Really? Now it shows up.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna grab stuff. I'm not there.
That's what you see.
Guys,
3 campaigns we've been looking for
there's
this.
it opens up into a larger room that has many, what do you call terrorists? Terrorists.
Terrorists.
Wait,
Not
are
terrorists.
there people in there that want
Is there an active kidnapping going
No
on?
active kidnapping.
No,
There is a pit that I cannot see the bottom of, so I must assume it is deeper than 60 feet.
Well, you didn't go in the room. You just
Okay.
you just kind of checked it out.
But one thing did catch my eyes. There was a glowing green plant in there. That,
Glowing
Weren't you
green.
looking for?
Yes, I was.
For
I
a
walked
potion?
past you. I don't even listen anymore.
Are you going into the room?
Yeah.
Vinny, wait. Before you go,
What?
there's definitely something in there as well, because I was able to hear scratching and some noises. So there's definitely some creatures or something.
Hold, come
In
with
there.
me. I need your help.
Like Holt can see in the dark either. So
Yeah, it's
Yes,
pitch
but-
black.
But I can, and I light up my quill.
Okay, as soon as you light up, you
I run
immediately
the other way. As soon as he does it, I run.
you immediately hear a screech, and the screech grows to a cacophony as a cloud of bats billow out of the center and begin to fill the room.
Oh my.
You back away.
sneaked in.
Are you? I mean, you can. They're just all flying around, billowing in the entire
We all
room.
have rabies now.
We're all vampires.
They're
welcome.
staying within that cave. They're not coming out of that cave, but that's.
I quickly cover it up and I go, is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so
As you just covered in guano.
I scrape
you-
some off.
neither
into
of
a
you
vial
are
'cause
in
I
the
do that.
room.
No.
You're standing on the outskirts of the room.
All right, so what do we do? I kind of need some of that glowing plant.
I got you, bro.
All right, what's your idea?
Well, I need to heal up a little bit first, but
No one's
And
gonna-
then you got me, bro.
I'll just walk in.
Can you not send the bird?
I don't think he's gonna grab stuff for me.
That's not a bad thought. I would have.
What's in there? What's in there?
I don't know how he works.
Well,
You don't have silence.
just a suggestion.
Did I notice how far away was the green
I haven't
plant
seen
in
this
that
one.
room?
About
Oh, I
40
almost
feet,
took
and
40
then
feet.
and then up about 10 feet.
But he can only go like 10 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Up to level, up to terrace, 5-foot terrace levels.
So how far away is he?
About how
The plant.
Oh, sorry, the plant. The
The
plant.
plant
40
is roughly
feet, and then
40
about
feet.
10 feet up.
10 feet up.
I mean, that's been 60 feet.
Huh? Yeah. Let me see.
At least.
As you guys wait, eventually the bats kind of die down as the light has been extinguished.
Oh, what happens if someone sneaks in there? Someone with dark vision.
We really need to sleep.
Yeah, I'm exhausted, so I don't care about any
We're not
plants.
coming back to this tent though.
Well, I don't care about any plants. I just want to go to bed.
I'm gonna spend an hour to cast Unseen Servant as a ritual,
Okay?
and
Yes.
then send him in.
Okay. How does that spell work? You can give him one task that he can accomplish, right?
To get there, though.
On a turn, I believe.
Well, my monk, I just found out
You
that
can command it
athletic
to move
checks
up to
into
15 feet.
acrobatics checks.
and interact with an object.
That's what one paper says.
He's got a range of 60 feet.
Yes, so I gain expertise with acrobatics or proficient, if not so already. As a bonus action, I can make a DC 15 acrobatics check to have difficult terrain not cost me. Oh,
That's only
that's for something else.
You lie.
I saw it somewhere. I just
Okay,
don't know where I saw
so
it.
you do this, and the unseen servant goes in and goes up to the plant, and you can't really see into the room. So how are you commanding it to do that without seeing it? So it goes in about 15 feet, and then you have a arcane connection to it, but you can't really see to direct it anywhere.
Now I will use Tony to fly in there.
Okay?
And so, like, kind of.
I need Tony to roll a stealth check.
Oh.
He's gonna get attacked by bats.
When he might die.
Again.
Again.
But apparently
That's
he comes
okay.
back to life.
He does. He just poofs into the Fey world.
Come on, Tony. It's a 17.
He swoops in and is minimal in his flapping, kind of gliding more on the currents of the cave winds that are slowly moving, and he is able to see clearly in the darkness exactly where this iridescent lichen is, and you're able through him to command your unseen servant to go make his way up to kind of scoop it up and bring it back to you.
Nice.
I'll be honest, I did not think that was gonna work. That's pretty impressive. Good job, young man.
And so you have this
Sick boy.
you have this glowing iridescent plant, which kind of matches the description that Taylor told you to look out for, of plants of this type. And so you can mark down glowing plant in your inventory.
Actually, make it iridescent.
Yes.
Glowing.
Spell that.
Is it 2
Alrighty,
Rs?
we got
Yeah.
the shiny kale. Let's go.
Yes. So you guys
Back.
make your way back, and you're traveling in a very large. So the 8 of you, as well as a little caravan of goblins, and there's
exactly
probably about 30 or so goblins. Most of which are either elderly goblins or young goblins. There's a couple, like I said, there's Rita, the 2 warrior goblins left, and then several other kind of non-combatant goblins that are all going with you, and you kind of are leading the way as you go. You eventually come to Nightstone. The drawbridge is up because it is
1 in the morning.
1 in the morning, and that's you all get there, no issue, and you're standing on the outside of the gates with the drawbridge up.
Guess we probably can't just like knock, right?
Is there anyone
Is there like a
watching? Is
watchtower?
it like a watch gate? Anyone watching?
You can roll perception.
That would be a 20 on natural.
So you see no one. There doesn't seem to be any light anywhere,
Okay.
but for a light in the keep that you can see, that just seems to be lit and out there, but that's a ways away. You don't see any, and the only reason why you can see it because that's elevated up in the distance.
Well, it's not like we got an inn. Did we get an inn? We don't have a place to sleep.
No, there's an inn in there that we could have stayed at.
Hey, why don't we
you
use
weren't
one of
here.
those
Don't you remember
notes?
your drunken tirade?
She wasn't here.
Why don't we use one of those notes and send it in?
That's assuming someone's up.
No, I was here for my drink, right?
Yeah, you were.
Does it hit them on the forehead or something?
It just is delivered to them.
Okay.
Huh.
Can't you just swim across?
I could. Is there an opening for me to get in?
The only opening would require you to swim and then climb up about 30 feet to the opening in the stockade near the bridge that connects the keep to the main island.
That sounds doable.
Are you strong enough to lower the drawbridge?
No.
There is a mechanism inside to lower the drawbridge.
Is there anything going across the
Can
river
anyone make like
to
a loud
the
noise?
drawbridge?
I was gonna start throwing rocks at the door.
I can make a very loud noise.
Either that or we just camp outside.
I could.
It will protect the goblins from going inside the square if we just all stay out here.
I only turned into an animal once recently, so I could swim across, turn into a mouse, and climb up the wall.
Then get inside, poof back into existence and lower the bridge.
Perfect. Just get me to a bed.
Can't you turn into like a mosquito and get over there?
Or
yeah,
fly
or
over,
something
or
that flies.
something.
Yeah. You
No, I
cannot
can't.
turn into things
No,
that fly.
flying things I can't do yet.
That feels very limited.
You would also
It
know
is, a
that
little
mice
bit.
aren't necessarily the best climbers.
Okay, do I have
What about a
something?
Monkey?
Haven't
It's
seen
gotta
a
be
monkey.
something I
You
see.
you've seen squirrels.
Okay,
Squirrels
Um,
climb.
squirrel.
That would probably be more in line
Better.
with what you're looking for.
Spiders climb.
Have we seen spiders? I mean,
I
I've
hope
Yeah,
seen
in
I've
the.
seen giant ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've seen giant spiders.
Did
Oh,
we?
we did?
When?
Yeah, in the sewers. Remember those giant spiders?
Oh,
They
those
sound
no,
spider.
there was something that came down.
Yeah.
They weren't spiders.
They weren't spiders.
They
no.
weren't spiders.
Good try, Solo, though. Good try.
Those were
I was too busy killing it.
And I was too busy falling into the
those are
crack
called
pit.
spectators. They were a type of
We'll go
minor
with the
beholder.
squirrel.
Not a fan of spiders.
Okay, just get
Squirrels
us
climb.
into the
All right, I'm gonna get into
Okay,
the
so you dive
I
in
wanna
and
see.
effortlessly swim through the river.
Okay.
Roll perception as you go.
Oh.
Oh, all of the things that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
She
I
messes it.
see nothing.
Okay. So you swim up to the base
Well,
of
hold
the
on, hold on.
of the cliff.
I had 9.
Yep. You swim up to the base of the cliff as you kind of are swimming through, intent on your destination, and you kind of grab on, and your form shifts into a little squirrel. with nice chubby little cheeks, and your puffy tail kind of flows with a greenish bluish tinge to it, as if it's underwater, and you scurry up the rocks as you kind of climb your way up and make your way inside the stockade of Nightstone.
Okay. Do I see anybody? Is anybody awake? Is anybody?
The streets are empty. The gate to the keep is closed,
Okay.
and that's on the other side of the bridge, the hanging bridge there. and the door to the inn is also closed. There is you see a light on in the window, but you know that's kept lit all night.
Okay.
And
I want to go and try and lower the drawbridge.
yep. So you get there. There's two levers inside of 2 guard towers,
Okay.
and both need to be pulled at the same time.
How close are the guard towers? How close are the guard towers?
They're about there's a 10-foot gap between the 2 of them.
Good.
Have you seen a giraffe?
Well,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
You're
Can't
going
you-
to sleep.
but at least you're in
no.
the town. You can get
Yeah.
the
I-
barkeep.
I go to the where's is the tavern inn the same place?
Yep.
Yeah, I go over there, knock on the door.
There's a
Okay.
mouse?
No, I
No,
turn
she's
back.
turned
I'm
back.
a person.
Yep. So you get in, and for the sake of
Oh, there you
the things, you rouse Morak from his slumber, and he is glad to see you back. You lower the bridge, and as the bridge goes down, he kind of recoils as he sees a horde of goblins standing out there behind you guys.
And I'm
It's
Forrest Gump
okay,
waving
they're
at him.
with us.
Alas, Leo's not gonna like him bringing them in here.
Leo can deal with it after we've all slept. I walk in.
We did say they would stay outside.
Sure, you could tell them that.
As
I've
soon as
done
the
my
gate
duty.
lowers, they all begin walking
Oh,
forward.
okay.
You need to tell him
They
that.
can stay in my room.
Now they're
Now
fine.
you're like the biggest champion for goblins.
And is anyone stopping them? They're just walking.
Nope, they're walking in. I don't care.
leaving them.
Don't care.
Jax has done
There
her
are
duty.
little
She is
children
walking
in
to
here.
bed.
I'm gonna be like, because we need Leo to barter us
We
another
do.
day.
We do.
They ignore you, and but they do go to the center of the town, and
Camp.
they go and they start kind of just laying on the ground and huddling together in little units for warm's sake, and they start.
Alright, the rest
Moving
of you
in for the
can
night.
go sleep in your inns. I'll stay and supervise these mongrels.
I'm gonna
Team player. And I'm gonna walk towards the end.
go tell Leo right now so he does not wake up and is shocked and take one on the chin now and in the morning.
So you're going up to the drawbridge is down. It's
You
a
come
it's
over
a
with
it's
that.
a portcullis type of a thing.
We,
I don't know what that
maybe
is.
we
I'll
should
go with you.
put.
Portcullis is like the gate that lowers
Oh.
with the
Bars.
kind of
Oh.
bars. Yep.
Is there the lever system again?
On the other
On
side.
the other side, presumably.
Well, screw it. We're going to bed.
Why don't we just knock?
On the
On the butters.
shore.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go
It's
for
metal.
it. You can stay out here and knock all night.
I'll knock really loudly on the metal bars.
Leo hears it. Yeah? Just right outside.
Metal rattles.
up?
I rolled a natural 20, which was
Nothing
what it
ain't
had to be.
rattling.
Wait, Jax.
You hear
I'm in
a
So we're walking away
Already?
like she's so
Um,
stupid.
I think
Yeah.
I walked away.
Door opens.
you
Maybe
hear
we
a
should put the
rousing sola.
drawbridge back up.
Go for it.
I'm sure that the innkeeper.
So yeah, you
Okay.
that
Just so to say.
drawbridge went back up.
What if we know what the other?
Nina comes out
Uh-huh.
and kind of peeks her head out, and she sees you, and she has these odd glasses on that she kind of peers out in the darkness in, and you, through your dark vision, you kind of see a smile on her face, and she's got a little nightgown on, and she kind of comes up to you, doesn't raise the portcullis, but she looks at you and she says, "Hey, Shug, you back? How'd y'all do out there?"
So sorry to disturb you. We don't mean to wake you.
What?
What? That worked?
You
I
guys
told
are
you,
guys are
metal
gone.
rattles.
This is just Sola.
Oh, we didn't get that far away.
But okay.
It took a bit of time for her to get down.
Oh.
We destroyed the cave and we set the goblins free. They don't
You
mean
destroyed the cave. Like, how'd
the
you destroy the cave?
hobgoblins.
Oh,
hobgoblins in the
okay.
cave.
Ah, gotcha.
The goblins are back to their treaty with you. However, they want to
Environmental
move to a
destruction.
different cave, and they can't move until now. And we tried very difficultly not to get them to stay in the town, but they're in your town square.
Low battery.
I am your god. Just tell
Okay.
him that.
Do you know how to fix that? Okay. Okay, that's for the TV. It should be fine for the. So
Yeah, it's still good.
you're telling me that the goblins are where?
In your town square, about 30 of them.
Oh boy.
All children and elderly, and they don't mean you any harm, and we're leaving early in the morning tomorrow.
I'll tell you what. I'll keep Leo busy in the morning.
Gross.
You get them out as quickly as you can, all right, Shug?
Will do. Thank you so much for your understanding.
All right.
You sleep well.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
I'm gonna run back to Eli. Guys, I talked to Nina.
What?
I told you, metal rattles. Come on,
That
guys.
loud. Man. All right. What
Must
happened?
have good hearing.
She's okay. She'll keep Leo distracted in the morning, and then we have to just get her out really early.
I wonder how she will do that.
Who knows? Maybe she'll take him out fishing. Anyhow.
That's probably it. I'm sure there'll be a rod involved.
Double.
That has so many
I know.
layers.
It's so much.
Anyhow, we have to get them out first thing.
We love you, Rod and Sarah.
Okay.
We have to get them out first thing in the morning.
Okay. So we can go back and sleep and leave?
Go back to sleep, leave, be up early
What's
to get
early?
these out. How long do you think she can distract him for?
I'm sleeping for whatever.
About
the rest is,
45
right?
seconds. We
All
love
right.
that.
Let's just go to bed.
You guys are talking
Poor
about
Leo.
breakfast, right? She's gonna make him breakfast? That's it?
I think they're
Right?
taking her fishing.
He might be breakfast. I mean, yeah, she'll make him breakfast.
Alright.
So we go through the night,
Yeah.
and
This is a long rest,
you
yeah.
guys, yep, long rest, back to full health. Hold stays out with the goblins the entire night, supervising, and they are
How's that possible?
model citizens.
Oh man.
As
Oh no, I
Two 12s on the-
don't you get a
You don't have to roll
no,
anything.
yeah,
this is a long rest.
long
option.
rest.
I know, it's my portent
It's
rolls.
important.
Oh.
Got it.
Oh.
Oh, that's a
As the dawn comes and the sun rises, who are you waking up? What?
I'm waking up as soon as I see dawn is coming.
Okay, so you
Physically.
you and Rygar only really needed 4 hours,
Yeah.
so you were both alert and awake well before the dawn came.
Okay.
Do we need to talk to Expo?
Well, let's get these goblins out of here. So I'm gonna run out to the town square to get talk to you, Hold. We have to get them out. Nina's okay with them staying only until very early in the morning, but after that we have to get them out before Leo comes down.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start rousing them and get them out to the
I
forest.
start scooping them up and carrying them to the drawbridge.
I'm coming
Okay.
down. I'm in my man
While they're
form
sleeping.
this morning.
Man form this morning.
I'm gonna be a
Jax,
man.
you need to tell them that we need to leave before any trouble starts.
Surprised you knew the man walking down with Jax.
She has the same gait, though.
I saw her pack
Same
the
eye color.
clothes.
Yeah, the clothes are. Actually, she has a set
I
of
have
clothes
quite a
specifically
few men
for
clothes.
for
Wear your galoshes.
common clothes.
No, I'm wearing my regular men clothes.
Yep. So she is.
This is my diplomacy shirt. Meant
She
to
has
be-
no armor, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. I need to buy new armor.
I never had any
Are
armor.
you?
Yep.
Are you
No,
Jax?
Jax.
Do you just feel like being a guy? Like who?
I'm going. This is
You're
my
Jax?
diplomacy shirt. Is it
Okay,
dirty?
you are Jax. Okay.
People take men more seriously, so I've got a
That's sexist.
role to do.
A little bit.
Political joke there, but forget it.
Anyhows, though, we need to get these goblins out of them. So speak goblin and get them out. to
So for the
forest.
sake of moving things along, you get them out of the town.
How early is this?
It's
Real early?
by the time they get out of the town, it's about
Late enough,
7:30,
Are
8
the
a.m.
stores open? need
Well,
armor.
We
the
already
only
shopped here.
the only
There's nothing
store
here. Oh, right.
that's there is run by Morak and being stocked by Expo. which has been fully stocked at this point. The carts are about 2/3 of the way full from your efforts the day before.
Man, we're such good loaders.
And you also know that there is an apothecary, Taylor Branson. But apart from that, that's all that's
Okay.
um,
So they wouldn't have
going on.
leather armor.
Not an apothecary.
So I think we need to take the carts with us and stop at the cave because it's like
So how are we
multiple
gonna
days or something.
explain to
away.
Expo that we got all these goblins here?
Well, we pay them as escorts.
it's about 8 hours, and 8 hours at the pace of the carts. You could get there quicker by yourselves.
So then that means we have to fill it up the last third of the way.
Also,
One,
It also means that somebody has to watch the carts while we
two,
go to the caves.
we have to do that. Now, one of the things we could do, if we are traveling with 30 goblins, we can take Rita with us to broker the deal and leave the 30 goblins with Expo.
They won't
To do
guard it.
what?
with all
Oh, so Expo's
With
gonna
all
watch
the
our
stuff.
goblins.
The point being is they're goblins surrounding a caravan, other people might stay away.
I need to come back and talk with Leo anyway, and you have not confirmed nor denied the halfling here, correct?
I don't recall.
I'm sorry, you have.
I
not.
was gonna say, I don't
I was
think this
looking
is
at
me.
Oh, I get a halfling too?
Isn't that why we brought the family with us?
Oh, Lennis.
Oh. Oh, I don't care about him anymore.
Wow. Wow, that's cool.
Oh, no problem.
Can't believe you
High
broke
five.
out a traitor without telling me though.
We should probably pay for their room for a while then.
Who's?
The family.
The Flaxes?
Oh, they said they have family here.
Oh.
They had family that came up to Nightstone.
I think they were waiting for the rest of their family to come to Nightstone, meaning Lennis, the guy you don't care about.
I have nothing left in this town for me.
Okay,
well,
you know, sure.
While they were sending the goblins out, I'm going to the apothecary and
Okay.
dropping off the plants or whatever.
So you knock on the door, and it opens up, and Taylor's been up, kind of corralling her children, and because they were up early and getting them breakfast, and she's there, and she sees you. Oh, hey, how can I help you?
Hey, I got your plants that you asked for.
Plants. Let me see. Ah,
It was
viper-
quite dangerous to get them. Went through hobgoblins and goblins and
Oh, you must be very brave.
death.
This is viper glow lichen. It's quite rare. It can be used to make a potion that helps you to see in the dark.
Not there,
It's-
but I want that.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Depending on what ingredients I include with it, it can actually give one the ability to permanently see in the dark.
What?
that sounds handy.
However, if it's not mixed properly, it could also give you a weakness to poisons.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Have you made this before?
I have,
Take it.
but I would need other ingredients in order to minimize the risk of being weakened.
Name them and they're yours.
Oh, let's see here, and she kind of goes over to her little mortar and pestle where she has a book of different ingredients and things, and she flips through a couple pages and say, okay, so let's see, if I had some beehive husk and garlic, which I have that's easy, some yellow mountain flower, and some troll fat. I
Have to
can,
go to Skyrim for this?
yeah.
Porker husks.
Wait a minute.
That was beehive husk.
Oh,
Did we just kill a troll or?
Yeah, didn't we?
Ogre.
Ogre.
An
Okay.
ogre.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
A nice ogre.
But we don't know
Oh,
that. He
that's
did
like-
almost kill me with one hit.
yeah, he was bashing.
So if I get you these ingredients, you can make me some of this?
I should be able to make, well, I could make several potions from that. I would be willing to give you one of them.
Yes.
Free of charge, of
Two.
course.
I'll take as many as you can make.
Well, that would cost money then.
All right. Well, let me get these ingredients for you, and then we'll discuss what you can do for me and what I can do for you.
Okay, I must tell you, it is not a cheap potion. If you will buy them,
Well,
a bit
name your
pricey.
price. We'll start from the free one, and then we'll work our
Right.
way up.
I usually sell them for over 1,000 gold apiece.
All right. We'll start with the one free one, and we'll stay with the one free one.
We have so many jewels.
All right. Well, you bring those ingredients back to me, and I'll see what I can do.
Very good. Nice doing business with you. By the way, do you have anything that would help me affix this jewel to my staff?
Let me see there. And she looks at it, and it's easy enough to take what amounts to a sort of glue that she has, and that affixes it onto your staff.
Okay, good. I appreciate it. I'll be looking for these ingredients for you, and we should be back in a few days.
All right, excellent. I'll hold on to the lichen and preserve it for when you return.
Very good. See you later.
All right. Well done.
I'll see you, Jobin. I'll see you then, or I'll see you at another time.
Exactly.
Who will talk to cart guy?
Expo, I feel like me and him really hit it off, so maybe I should.
Please choose someone else.
Okay.
Now,
Talk to him.
so just from a mechanical standpoint, she could try to make the potion. She could make the potion just from the lichen.
Uh-huh.
But there would be a higher risk of also having the weakness to poison. So as you add other ingredients, it lowers the DC that you'll have to pass
And
in
she
order to
already
not
has
be
garlic?
poisoned. She already has garlic.
Which means it's already lowered. Do
Yep.
it.
So
The one with the permanent.
so there's the
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. It's just the more of those that you gather, the
Realize
lower the
whoever
DC
gets
that
the
you'll
number
need to
one
pass
is
to.
gonna die in the session.
Yeah, I want
to-
that permanent. So.
Well, it's
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 permanent,
it's
no
Oh,
matter
permanent.
it's just it's
So there's
less
it's
stable.
permanent
Better
permanent
chance.
dark. You have dark vision, but if you don't pass
Yeah.
the save for the poison, you also have permanent weakness to poison.
I'll try it first. I have
Now we're
advantage
good.
on those saves.
I already made the decision. It's fine.
Okay, very good.
I want you to die.
Are you guys?
Immune to
It's so you go through that. Anyone else doing anything? The goblins are all outside of the town, waiting for you to lead them to.
Okay. So we need
Green
to go
Stone
talk
Cave.
to Expo real quick, right?
Oh yeah, while they're
We
doing
also
that,
need
I'm going
rations.
to interrupt Leo and Nina's session, breakfast session, to
Fishing.
talk to Leo.
So you go up, and the portcullis is still down. It hasn't been raised. You gonna go bang
It's a
on
little
it?
Bethy.
If I heard what she said, I'm gonna shake it and bang on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Hang away. Yeah.
Bang away.
And make the most annoying noise ever.
Which is.
And I don't have to breathe, so I just can keep going.
All right. You wait.
Okay.
How long are you gonna wait?
Until they all collect back together. Probably an hour or two.
Okay. So you wait for a while. You don't really track the time necessarily, but eventually, Leo comes out and he.
I stopped making my noise.
Yeah. He has a kind of a robe on that's tied, and he walks
Is he
out.
smoking a cigarette?
It's a velvet robe.
Velvet robe.
Messy hair,
Eating
little
some
sweaty.
eating some strawberries and chocolate. And
Gross.
and he says,
That's good.
he got a big smile on his face. What can I help you with this morning? Hold, was it right?
Leo, yes.
Yes. And he oh, one second. And he goes and he raises the portcullis, the mechanism, and he goes up. Fine day today, isn't it? He looks around.
Whistling a little bit.
Confused, Hold looks around and says, sure. Sure, we've completed the goblin task.
Oh, have you?
Absolutely.
I expected nothing less.
With Tyr on our side and guiding me.
Tyr, you say?
We completed the task.
Tyr.
Yes. Remember I told you. He came to me in a vision in your temple.
So you did. I had a friend of mine who was an adherent of Tyr.
That's correct. You have his broken armor that I need. Or whatever you have of his.
What do you need it for again?
Tyr says I must repair it, and I must tell your friend's mother that he died an honorable death.
So I suppose that you'd want this armor then.
That is correct.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Okay. However, I do think you already told me we had to help the goblins, and then you would give it to me. With what? Advantage?
Big money, big money.
Oof.
Oh,
No, it's a 10, not a 20.
I take it back.
11.
Come right in here. I'll have it for you.
Oh,
Oh, good.
The save was a 2.
I did interrupt whatever was going on.
I don't think you interrupted. I think they
Alright,
waited
I'll-
until they were done.
I will walk in.
Waited like 2
Fishing.
hours.
So you go
Fishing.
inside, and
Right. Sola doesn't know
he
anything about
walks you up to the mantle. And on the mantle, you see several different things.
I don't think I've been in here yet.
You see a helmet that has been split in it's not two separate pieces, but the center of it has been split in the kind of the front of it.
Yeah.
As it goes to the back, it is together, and as he hands it over to you, you turn around. There's about that large a purplish stone kind of embedded into it. And the stone looks undamaged, though the helmet itself is sundered. He also gives you a gauntlet which has been cleaved in two, and he gives you the two sides of the gauntlet. You also see, kind of in a pedestal, a decagon-looking object, and it is pulsing with energy. And it swirls with kind of a dark brownish black kind of almost haze on the inside. And in the midst of that haze, it almost looks like a kaleidoscope of star points that are just kind of flicking in the midst of the haze. And next to it and around it, there are many different necklaces that are kind of wound up, the chain wound up, and there is a circular fitting that is kind of bronze in hue, and in the center of that fitting is a similar gemstone that also has a swirling haze with the same sort of pinpricks of light. And those are on the mantle as well.
I forget what his name was. Yep.
Were all of these Gundricks?
The armor there, that was Gundrix, yeah. You see a empty kind of two hooks in the wall above the mantle where it looked like a weapon could be laid. That's empty, and he points to that and said that there is where the axe was, and below that is where the other gauntlet was. And there's an empty, again, kind of U-shaped holder where it looked like they were kind of on either side of the helm, and then in next to the helm is this decagon with the necklaces all around it.
So there are things missing. A weapon, a gauntlet, and armor?
Well, the axe and the other gauntlet, that was belonged to Trotskash,
Oh, yes.
half-orc friend of mine, and that Goliath made off with him. After sundering these other armor pieces. He didn't touch the hopper, but not many people really know what that does or how it works.
The what? The hopper?
The hopper.
Hopper? The toilet?
He points to the decagon.
Oh.
This here, and he kind of picks it up, and it's about yay big. He picks it up. This here is a special device. Then he kind of looks at you. Maybe y'all could use this.
What does it do?
Well, apparently, it was made by some, I don't know, ancient race called the Halruans. They were experts in certain technologies, mixing the arcane with science. And this here, we were told, and it's a long story which I do not have time to get into, is known as a Halruan objective portal projection emission reactor. I know it's a long name.
I've heard that before.
We call it Hopper, Hopper for short. And it attunes and activates certain nodes that are around. And, well, with a little bit of dragon's blood, you can teleport between them.
Wow. Well, it does seem like we will be traveling often.
Well, anyone wearing one of these necklaces, and there are 6 of them there, can teleport when it's activated, along with, well, any single person who they're touching. So you can teleport up to 12.
To a node.
To a node, a known node. We're only successful in unlocking 2 nodes. The one here in Nightstone, which I'll show you, and one in Amphale.
So it's like a fast travel kind of system.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We are aware of one in Waterdeep, though we never got around to unlocking that one.
Well, Your Majesty.
Dispense with that formality, my friend.
Mayor, Leo, I would take, if you would allow, I would take Gundrik's armor, get it repaired, inform his mother, and send her your best wishes, along with Tyr's words. If you think that this hopper would help us in our missions to defeat the evil of the world and bring Nightstone to its glory, I think we could use that.
Well, I must warn you, before I give it to you, it was a bit unstable at times.
Excellent.
That's what I was looking for.
On occasion, certain members of our party would just wink out of existence, be teleported to different planes or areas. They would always return eventually, as long as we had the hopper, and as they all kind of attuned together. But it just meant that sometimes there would be certain party members that were just missing at the most inopportune time.
So you're saying the necklaces do this, or the actual?
Well, it's kind of, it's an unfortunate side effect of the entire system.
Maybe I'll wear all of them at the same time. Just
So he hands it over to you, and as soon as you touch the hopper,
You disappear.
Oh God, no.
Bye, hole.
No.
as soon as you touch the hopper, your body begins to emanate with a green glow. And you,
Is this normal?
well, let me continue.
You're not done.
boy.
So as you touch it, it travels. The hopper immediately begins to swirl and glow, and the light begins to get very, very bright, and it glows green, and that green travels down your arm and covers your whole body, and you feel your whole body kind of it's the most odd sensation you've ever felt, as you feel almost a kind of power surge through you, and a compartment in your chest, which you didn't even know you had,
This is your heart.
opens up, and it is in the exact same shape
Oh.
as the hopper.
You are a hopper.
You're a transformer.
You're
You
a
have
robot
a
in
heart.
disguise.
Am I still glowing?
Yeah,
Gotta shove that thing in
Is it in
there.
my hand still?
it's in your hand.
That's what Leo says.
Do it.
And Leo kind of
What
steps
does
back and
Leo
says,
say?
"Oh my, I did not expect that."
Alright.
Dang. Where?
It's
Just
cocked.
Just do it. Just do it.
You need one.
This is obviously happening for a reason.
Put it in.
Yeah, if it fits, I guess at least I don't have to hold it.
And so as you do, your chest immediately constricts back around it, and the light
like Iron
pulses
Man.
in your chest, and you feel your body empowered like never before.
Do you get lasers?
And all of your unarmed attacks are now magical.
Oh!
Whoa.
What?
And
kind of magic?
you are automatically attuned to the hopper, so you don't need to wear a necklace. He hands all of the he hands all of the necklaces
Oh, yeah,
over to
all
you
the
as well. And as this glows, each one of them is also glowing with a kind of a greenish bluish light as he hands them over to you. He says, "Well, it certainly seems to like you. I think I've made the right choice. And of course, you can always return here to Nightstone. Just need a little dragon's blood to activate that."
Well, I feel like a new man.
You can hand this over to Holt.
Man, he said a gender.
I feel like a new.
Ah.
Wow. Oh, it is Hopper.
Papa.
All right. So you have that.
Am I still glowing?
Eventually it subsides, but the power that kind of resonated through you, you still feel that.
Excellent.
Magic, huh?
That's pretty
Leo, thank you for helping me with my with Tyr's mission, and for whatever just happened to me. Seems like it was made for me.
It appears that way. Those Hal ruins were, well, ingenious from what I've discovered.
Hmm. I shall return and let you know what his mother says.
I would very much appreciate that.
She said, "All right."
Excellent.
Please give her my condolences, and Nina's as well.
Will
And Nina
do.
at this point is there kind of watching this transaction go on. Hasn't said anything, just there chewing on some beef jerky.
I must speak with Tyr. Have a good day.
Farewell. And you head out and make your way down to the group who goblins are outside, you guys are all inside, and you see them there kind of back in the inn, the Nightstone Inn.
Oh, you guys are all done?
Yup, we've loaded everything up.
No, he didn't.
Dang it.
Where were you?
I needed to see Leo. Remember that mission Tyr sent me on?
Yes.
The quest,
Delphine, I need you to roll perception, please.
Okay.
quest must move forward.
You're green.
16.
As Hold approaches you
Mhm.
and gets within about 10 feet of you, your necklace begins
I
to glow.
knew it.
And she blinks out of existence.
Well, because he said, no, you didn't have a Can I ask you what you talked to Leo about?
Yes, my mission with Tyr, as well as Hoppers.
What are hoppers?
I wish I could show you.
You notice a large glowing thing in his chest, which was not there before.
Okay. Can you explain the glow?
Oh! Yeah.
And the glow in that does match the glow in your necklace.
And as
I pull out the other necklaces.
and I pull my necklace out.
Now your necklace does not look the same as that one.
Oh.
Your necklace has that blue gemstone.
Uh-huh.
And the setting is similar, but yours is kind of silver,
Okay.
whereas those are all copper. And those have the kind of the swirling black with pinstripes of light. Yours is just a deep blue, but it is glowing the same color as the others.
Uh-huh.
He said these would help us.
Yeah.
Did someone tell us about not waystones? I forget what he said now, but
Portals.
yes,
Just a guess.
yes, portals.
What about portals?
Oh, these necklaces, there are 6 of them. What a coincidence.
Oh, there's one for everyone.
Here, 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 here. It looks
What
like
does
you
this do?
already have one.
But mine's different somehow.
Mm.
I feel like I need to talk to Leo.
We have to go.
I need to know what this is about.
This
Leo,
seems important.
Leo has made his way down and he says, I forgot. I told you I would show you what the nodes look like. Come on over here. And
Node.
And he, in the center of the Nightstone Square, next to the now vacant place where the stone was, the actual Nightstone, there is a seal on the ground that has, as you approach, it immediately begins, it was kind of inert, but as soon as you approach with the hopper, it immediately begins to pulse with the same greenish, bluish color, having already been unlocked. And you can see several runes in circular pattern around it. And he says, this one here required some Yugoloth blood to unlock, and we accomplished that. Don't ask, long story. The one in Amphail, well, that required some dragon blood to unlock, and apparently each one of them requires different type of creature's essence to activate. But once activated, you can use the dragon blood, and he shows you where in the hopper to kind of pour the blood. There's a little opening in it, and you just pour the dragon's blood right on in there. It takes about a vial's worth, and he holds up like a substantial sized vial, almost like a large cup. Type of a thing.
We all seeing
Yeah,
this? Okay.
he's kind of there explaining this to you, and the one who activated it will. Well, it's kind of weird. When I did it, we only did it once, and you see kind of an image in your mind of the 2 nodes, and you just kind of choose which one you want to go to, and it will zip you right there. But then it can't be used again for a 10-day. And so you gotta be wise with how you use it. And of course, if you run out of dragon's blood, well, then it can't be used either. I only have 1 vial of that left, and he gives you 1 vial of dragon's blood.
Sweet.
So 1 vial per person.
It's 1
Does it
vial
look
to
delicious?
activate it. No, it doesn't.
Okay, I didn't drink.
1 vial to activate it.
Can
Yeah.
you tell me why my necklace would be different?
I have no idea. This is some strange ancient technology, but it's well, how that necklace is activated and seems to be attuning right to it like the others.
Okay.
Party.
Well, I
I've
say
had
we go find
augmented.
Expo.
So this is now inside of me. It feels good.
Cool.
So just pour some blood in and we'll be off.
How will we pour blood in yours?
No, this is where the blood goes. Just in this.
Right, but it's in your compartment.
Well, there's a little hole there he showed me.
It's like a straw hole.
Then you gotta drink it.
Okay. So anyways, to the caves.
Well, we have to load up still.
Well, did you guys talk to what's his name?
We've got to do
No.
that as well.
Oh, I thought you were doing that while I was.
Can't we kill him yet?
Would love to, but we're the
Please,
good guys.
please
remember?
fix your attitude, or we'll leave you in Waterdeep.
All right, who wants to go talk to Expo? Tell him the plan while the rest of us load up.
I
Probably
guess
the
I
most
could do
persuasive,
it.
huh?
Nah,
I mean, you
got
did
it.
just say, "Can't we kill him?" Yet, though.
I will persuade him.
Maybe he will have a change of heart and be willing to defend the innocent goblins.
Doubt that. He wants to make his money.
So he's there
I
in
would
the.
like to guidance her in her conversation.
Very good. So you find him inside the mercantile, and he's actually speaking with. He is
We just
speaking
want to delay our trip, or
with
we're convincing him to bring the goblins with us.
Millie.
I'll tell you.
Millie Flax,
Oh!
and she is being shown all of the different items in the store, being told the price of everything. Basically, he's training her in kind of running the store.
Cool.
And as you get there, he sees you. He says, "Oh yeah, so we're ready to go then. If we're ready to go, we just got a little bit more to pack up, and then we can head on back to New Waterdeep. That'd be great. Great.
Yeah, so we've heard of a little bit of trouble, Expo.
Trouble?
There's,
More trouble? What kind of trouble?
Yeah, I guess they had some people bring in some news from the road back, and it's looking really, really dangerous. So we've hired some extra help to come along with us.
Who?
It's not the most conventional of help, but
Well, who's the help? Where's the help? I don't see any.
they're just outside the city gate. It's a bunch of some people. It's gonna be the 6 of us, a couple of goblins, but we're gonna go and we're gonna be safe. And
Did you just say goblins? Yeah, I'm not leaving here with any goblins.
Well, we're leaving with the goods with goblins. You were kind of along with the carts.
Yeah, so you're not going anywhere with my supplies, I have hired you. and I tell you what to do, not the other way around. So you can pack up, and then we're gonna leave.
Yeah,
Sans goblins.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Hey, we're just trying to keep you and the goods safe.
I know, that's what I'm paying you for. That's what the Merchants League is paying you for.
Yeah, and we are paying the goblins to help us.
No goblins.
Yeah.
No goblins.
Yeah.
Roll persuasion.
'Cause it worked. Yeah.
I got guidance.
I thought you were gonna say we need
So
to
what's
take
the guidance?
care of
It's a
the.
D4.
I know we're gonna go in advance and take care of it.
28.
Wow. That'll do.
Come on.
Okay, I see your point.
Why do the goblins need to come again?
It's just who we're available. I mean, Short's help here in Nightstone.
And what's the danger?
Oh,
There's
no.
just been lots of attacks. I've heard hobgoblins.
Hobgoblin?
Roll deception.
Am I still guidance?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I get 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 19.
I'll tell you what. I'll let you go ahead and scout, and then you come back, make
Okay.
sure it's clear, and when it's clear, then we'll leave.
Okay, and then we'll just leave the goblins. We don't need them. So we'll need 10 hours.
Tell you what, you get packed up today, finish the packing, and then we'll leave tomorrow.
Okay, I'll take that. Have a good night, Expo.
It's
Keep,
10 in the morning.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. And he kind of
enjoy
turns and speaks, continues on with Millie, and Millie says, actually, excuse me,
Yeah.
you told me that my husband was coming. Do you know?
Recognize me, Millie?
Do you know when he's?
You're a man.
He referred to you as.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Millie recognizes me confusedly.
Yeah. Strange. That you're a man now, but you said that he was gonna meet us here. Do you know when he's gonna arrive?
No, he just told to bring you guys here, and you guys will get set up, and he'll come back and he'll meet you guys here.
Okay, I guess we'll keep waiting.
You know, you got a good job. The kids are safe. You'll be safe here.
Yeah.
Not as safe as
Yeah.
other people, but
Yeah,
you're
we'll be
safe.
Are
safe.
you looking at Expo when you say that?
No.
Okay,
You'd
so
be ashamed.
you guys, are you doing anything else in the town here?
Loading up the
Load
trucks.
the cart.
Yeah.
So you load the carts. I'm gonna say with the 8 of you all working at it, it takes you about 2 more hours, and you
Yeah.
get loaded up. So it's noon, and all the carts are loaded up and ready to go.
You said that Morak's store is all full. Can we just quick take a glance at what's there to see if there is any leather armor for sale or something like that?
Yeah. And in fact, there are 2 sets of leather armor and 1
Imagine
set of studded leather armor.
Shocking.
So who wants leather armor?
I do.
I definitely need it.
Okay, I'll still be naked.
The studded one I'll take.
How much does the armor cost?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be
Do you
able
need
to
the
afford
armor? Do you need
this.
leather?
I've studied leather armor.
I'm good.
Oh, I get to not be naked.
So
Well,
the leather armor
Actually,
costs the leather armor costs
Just cut out
15
holes.
gold.
Oh, 15?
that's not bad.
Yep.
Alright.
You're a man now. That's
The
okay.
studded leather armor costs 60 gold.
I'll buy leather.
I'll take the studded leather armor, please.
15.
She hands it over to you, and then he kind of is directing her how to make a note in the ledger and kind of doing things, and she takes it and gives it to you. So you have studded leather armor, and there's no more studded leather armor. There's 2 leather armors.
I would like to purchase your leather armor.
Okay, that's 15 gold.
I'm also gonna.
Okay, very good. So you guys you had leather armor on before, correct? You did,
Yeah.
Ah,
and
mine
it was
got burned,
destroyed, but
yeah.
now it's back.
this is
And
male
you had leather armor on
armor.
before, and now you have studded
So
leather
now
armor
it's
on. So you add 1
plus
to your DC, your AC.
Nice. Look at you.
Very nice.
Okay,
What did he say?
very good.
Is there
I don't think
anything else
he didn't say
worthwhile that
anything.
say?
I mean, are you looking for anything?
Like a rapier.
A rapier?
Regular
No
is
rapier
higher.
here.
Why bumps it up?
Just,
Oh.
I
Plus
don't
2
know.
for leather
I don't-
armor. So that's why I was
just something you think that would catch my,
Now I'm wearing
my
men's.
Eli's eye.
So I have men's
I
and
mean, it's a
women's
lot. It's a general
leather
store.
armor.
There's lots of different
How about
things.
embalming tools?
That's kind of a specialized
That's
item.
disgusting.
I'll take a glass of formaldehyde, please.
There are no embalming tools here.
I'll buy some more rations.
How about hemp?
I've got 4.
There is rope. They have rope.
We used all of them.
There's
on the
silken
weekend.
rope and hempen rope. Silken rope is stronger, can hold more weight than the hempen rope.
How much?
50 feet of silken rope is 10 gold.
I'd like to purchase that as well.
Okay,
Does
so
he have any
you,
healing potions?
they have no potions.
Thanks, Scooby Doo. I thought someone had healing potions in this town.
Yeah.
The apothecary.
Apothecary.
Okay.
You could go there, and she had 2 potions of minor healing,
Yeah, at 50 apiece.
50 apiece, 1 potion of greater healing, and 2 potions of poison dissipation.
How much was the greater?
Greater's 250.
Can't afford that. I'll take 1 minor.
Okay,
I
Oh,
want
by
to
the
go
way.
with him. Oh, okay.
Oh, is there only 2 left?
there's only 2.
Yeah. All right. So I'll take the other one.
Okay, so then mark off 50 gold from each of you, and she has no more minor healing potions.
While they're shopping, can I be attuning that stone?
Yep, you're tuned.
Yeah, while they're shopping, I'd also like to make an appearance in the temple one last time.
Okay,
Minor
Just
healing,
let
2d4
Tyr know.
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, yep. Okay, so you go and you meditate in the temple.
See, Tyr, I have gathered the armor of your servant. The mission is underway.
Ye-
Um,
Yep, you hear You hear nothing, but you do have a very calm sense and kind of an inner sense of not peace. It's more of like satisfaction. So not that you are satisfied with yourself so much as like there's just a sense that Tyr is satisfied with what you were doing.
Alright. Let's get a move on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you it takes you about 5 hours to get there on foot,
Okay.
which is faster than
The 8.
the
with
8
cart.
it takes with the cart. And as you approach, it's not quite dark. You got maybe another hour of daylight. As you approach the spot on the road where you heard the yelling going on,
Right.
and you know that the greenstone cave is in the tree line, about 50
Well, we
feet
brought Rita with us.
within the tree
I
line.
thought we brought all
We
of
brought
them.
all of them.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're all,
okay.
yep, all of the goblins are following behind you guys.
So, alright, we're here. Do we want to just go with Rita and go with a small force and broker a deal, or do we want to go with everyone and broker a deal?
I think everyone would appear too threatening.
I agree.
Agreed.
I
wanna-
think it should be
What if we
Eli,
teach
me,
them?
and Frida.
What
So
if
here's
we
what we're gonna
teach
do.
the
Here's what we're
goblins
gonna
the
do.
song, Kumbaya?
We're gonna take a quick break
Mm-hmm.
while you guys figure out your game plan, and then we're gonna meet back here
Don't
in.
stop the stream.
We're gonna do quick 3 minutes, okay?
No, don't
so-
stop recording.
No,
Mute it.
Just
no,
mute it.
We're just gonna mute it. So we'll mute it. We'll see you in 3 minutes.
Just turn the volume all the way
I
up.
don't know what I'm doing!
Just smash on the keyboard.
I say Jax, Rita, and potentially someone else goes.
Draconic.
Okay, then
Yeah,
you.
it's me and Eli
And
have
then
to
we
go.
all stay in the tree lines to make sure you guys are okay.
What
Goblins are
if-
like off on the
Let's
side of the
give
road.
all the goblins tie-dyed shirts, teach them the peace sign, and have them sing
And we
Kumbaya.
roll them doobies.
And we all walk up while they're singing Kumbaya, like minions.
They're coming to kill us.
Go sideways?
Nah, we won't let it.
Yo, what is this thing
But I
inside
think we
of me?
should.
What if I just blink
be-
out of
I was
existing
thinking
tree
about
line?
it,
I'm pretty
it's
sure that's
walls.
what's gonna happen.
It's no,
Because I was wondering if you and I should be in the
Yeah.
tree line hiding
It's just a
somewhere.
mechanic.
So
Oh, I'm
Bugden
definitely
device.
here. You can stay.
Right,
Yeah.
story.
No, that's not.
That's what
That's what it
I
is.
said.
Oh,
I still
those
have
necklaces
my-
also do that?
the,
Yes.
Nice.
So when you're
Big
not
crossbow.
here, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're on a
Oh,
different
yeah, yeah,
plane,
yeah.
So
So I
that
think
way
I'm
it makes
pulling that
sense
out.
story-wise.
And
I
I'll find
know
that tree line.
It will
any
not
type
happen
of like
when
tree
you're
cover, I'm extra
Unless he-
covered.
Nice.
Actually, it
Let's
might
see.
happen when I'm here.
Maybe. The way you play.
Well, I
You
think
start
that's
calling
what-
it the wrong thing, or the Harper, it just gets upset
I
with
think
you.
that's what we
and
should do
brings you
just
out.
in case.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell what
I
you were
actually
saying.
didn't even say the hopper.
But it is the hopper.
Yeah, it's the Hopper.
I didn't say the
toilet seat.
hopper. Or hopper.
I like the
Or
back of your
it's
neck.
the acronym.
Huh?
I like the back of your
How
neck.
will an objective portal projection emission reactor?
What's the back of your neck? Oh.
Thanks, man.
But anyways, we have 3 minutes to decide.
I think we go.
Who's
me,
going
her,
in?
and Rita. We can speak.
Rygar and I are gonna hide in the tree.
I'm
Right.
gonna hide in the
And
trees
we're
with
never
you.
gonna let it get that far.
You have a bow?
If you guys get through this,
I
I can speak
Darts.
Draconic
We'll be
too.
around right
You want
now.
to go with them?
Sure, if you want.
I have
No,
6
like-
darts left.
Realistically, I'm gonna allow
Oh, I
her
should've
to
seen
do
you.
a lot of the. I'm just here to reinforce what
Don't
she
be
has to say.
mean.
So
I'm not mean,
we're
I
still
actually care
broadcasting
about
on full
this.
sound apparently.
Jax is a
That's okay.
changed woman.
You're a man now, though.
You
I'm
are.
never-
You change like
exactly,
daily
I'm
now.
a changed woman.
You change by the hour. So
Honestly, it's just whatever I'm feeling. I told you I've got my diplomacy shirt on.
Diplomatic suit.
covered in blood, but
No, I mean my man stuff is clean. It's never been worn, fresh out of the box, cutting off the tags.
What, that
No,
sweater?
All right, you guys.
I can't wait
we
to
good to
dramatically
go?
pop this part of it out though.
Yes.
Why have
Nice.
you not been wearing?
Now your chest is glowing. Excellent.
Oh, that's when I should have done it. I was so caught up in what's going on. I said I can't wait to dramatically just unveil that.
Sola, there is a.
Piece of dice. I keep dropping them.
All right, we're just gonna
Yeah.
we're going to get back in. So thanks for bearing with us. I think our sound was on the whole time because I don't know how to work the sound thing.
Oh.
You saw behind the scenes, folks.
Woo! So you guys make your way to this place, and you get to the road, outskirts of the road, and you
We'll have to.
it's like I said, you got about an hour of daylight left. How are you approaching?
Alrighty, so me, Eli, and I think Stick Boy are gonna go,
Along with Rita.
and Rita.
Okay.
Rygar
So we're-
and I are gonna
And me.
Okay.
Hide in the.
stealth.
Okay.
In the
So
woods.
which of you speaks Draconic? Okay. So you speak Draconic,
Really, we want to bring him.
and you speak Goblin.
Yep.
So you move ahead. Are you doing so stealthily, or are you just moving in?
I am.
Cautiously.
I think we should move in and give a sign of, like, we mean no harm, whatever that looks like. Hands up.
Hands up.
Yeah, hands up.
Can I have a white shirt tied to a stick?
See where that was going.
Put your shirt back on.
She's in
I'm
man
a
form.
man.
It's okay.
Put your shirt back on.
So now I know which way you don't roll.
Okay.
Good
So
morning.
you approach, and
So we're babysitting
you
the dog.
see
Oh.
a cave.
Good.
Vincent, this is recognizable to you because you
Ow.
saw this already through Tony's eyes.
Mhm.
You approach, and in the distance you can see a cave mouth. And as you approach, I need you three to roll perception.
That'll do. 23.
I'll do.
5.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just.
Okay, so you see up in a tree a little ways a little platform, and a kobold that very quietly draws an arrow and just takes a beat on you.
Okay.
Isn't firing, but is watching as you approach.
So I want to say in Draconic, we mean no harm. We're here to talk. We heard there was a commotion at your cave, and we want to help figure this out.
You deceiver! You killer! I know talk to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And it's a clicky, biting kind of tone. Roll persuasion.
Okay. And I had to persuade with the truth.
I don't know.
This is just to get.
Natural 20.
-2, 18.
So he looks at you, and it sees your sword is in its sheath.
I'm walking like this.
Your two companions are behind you. One's waving a white flag, oddly.
Which is my shirt, by
Yeah.
the way. I am shirtless.
Okay. Vincent's there, just kind of like bada bing, bada boom. I don't know what's going on. And
Hey.
hey.
You guys. We're all friends here.
And you hear him say this in Draconic, and he says, "Shush, shush, shush. I'll be back. Don't move."
Okay.
And he kind of skitters down his tree and goes in, and several other kobolds now come out. And one kobold, and by the way, they're all kind of, they have short little muzzle, little mouths with jagged, sharp teeth, ragtag clothes, pieced together leather armor and different bits of armor. Unlike the goblins, who are just kind of unkempt and just foul overall, these are very clean and almost creative in how they've pieced together different things to to effectively give them protection and armors. Pieces of metal that's been kind of fashioned into armor, pieces of cast off and broken wood and things like that they've fashioned. They're all red. This seems to be a clan of red kobolds, and up stops one with a kind of a little shawl across its shoulder, almost like a little cape that kind of hangs down, a little bit more stately, and it approaches you and speaks out and says, "You come here. Why do you bother us? Why should we listen to you?"
Well, we heard that you had some issues with this cave and some goblins.
Yes! The filth tried to drive us away. This is our cave now.
We'd like to understand from whence you came and why they would have some issue with this happening. So we have here with us Rita, who is in charge of the goblins, and she's here on good faith, trying to broker a peace deal here because I think there might be more to this picture than meets the eye.
Roll persuasion.
Can I help him by going like?
What are you saying? You can hear him. You can be a part of this conversation.
You have better persuasion.
What are
than
you
me.
What are you saying?
Ow.
What are you saying to try to help him, if anything?
Yeah. He's
It worked for me.
he's definitely telling the truth. We saw it firsthand. We were in that cave. It's not good news where the hobgoblins came from. They're out to kill anything and everything that moves. So if you guys don't team up with the goblins, they're just gonna come and get you guys. They're gonna kill all of you.
So what are you suggesting?
You should team up with the goblins. It's safer for both of you.
And us.
Roll persuasion normally.
Oh wow,
Nice.
15. Yes.
Oh my goodness, you're so
Yes. And he kind of whispers in the ears of some, and they kind of nod their heads. Well, my clan was driven from its home fortnights ago by a large creature.
Was it blue?
Yes, a large blue bird.
With a weird antlered head?
Yes, how do you know of this?
We're hunting it.
Hunting.
Yes.
You kill.
It.
If you kill it,
Of course.
we will return and leave this cave to the filth.
I think that's a deal we can work with. Rita, I need you to explain that to Rita.
Rita.
Explain what to Rita. She didn't hear anything of. She doesn't understand a chronic.
Oh,
Yeah.
so if we kill the Paraton, the kobolds will go back to their cave, which will open up this cave back for the goblins.
But what about the goblins in the meantime?
The goblins, in the meantime, we're working on that. So explain this part to Rita first.
Okay. Rita.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up?
So, the Paraton that we're fighting anyways, we're gonna go fight and find it and kill it. That's what put the kobolds in your cave. So if we kill the Paraton, the kobolds will leave and you guys can come in. But in the meantime, we're working on getting you safely into these caves. But you have to control your people and make sure you guys will not fight in the meantime.
I won't fight, but will they fight?
They're cool to live with the kobolds in fear of not dying as long as the kobolds won't attack the goblins.
Got it. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. My name's Eli.
Roll persuasion.
Your name!
17.
Wow, we are killing it today.
I am house leader of Adakrek. You may call me Adakrek.
That's an apt name. I like it. There's no lying there, so I don't need to roll. So here's the deal. We will get this Paraton. Okay? We're tasked to get it. We got a big metal man that wants to rip its head off. Okay? It's part of our party. Don't worry about it. He's not here currently that I know of. But we need a place to put about 30 goblins right now. Can you, and this is what they told me, this is Rita, the leader of House Rita.
Marga.
She said she will. We don't need that. We don't need that, man. Come on. We're all trying to be friends here. No one wants that either. So she said They will not do anything. They will not fight. They won't do anything like that as long as you don't fight them. Can we have a stay for the greater good? A stay of fighting for the greater good. And who knows, maybe one day, you guys can become friends.
You joke. Roll persuasion.
Come on!
Oh.
6.
There.
Oh no.
We'll never be friends.
I not attack, but they stay outside of my cave.
Okay. Okay, so you're in that cave. Can we have a dividing line? Where would you like them? And be reasonable, please. Be reasonable.
Over hills, alongside forest. Over there, I don't want to see.
Are you okay with them maybe setting up some makeshift tents and fireplaces for the time being?
As long as I don't see them.
Okay. So as long as they're out of your eyesight.
Yes. If I see, I take it as an
We'll
attack.
make them invisible.
Can't do that. They will not fight you. Rita of House Rita has given us her word.
How's Marga?
I'm calling it House Rita. You don't know what I'm saying.
I don't want to see them near my cave.
They will not venture forth. I will tell her to tell them that. They will be in their area. This might only take another couple of hours or so.
It will take you 6 hours to get to my farmer home.
Okay, so it'll take a couple hours. We would need it to be pointed in the right direction on where your former home is.
You lead. He points to one, and the little kobold comes forward.
Okay.
He will lead you.
Okay. What's his name?
Vekel.
Vekel. Got it. Thank you. I'm going to now explain to this lovely man to tell Rita that you will be out of sight in the woods over there. You're free to set up, but we don't wander over, and there is no fighting. Correct? We're good. All right. Great guy.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. We got to tell Rita they're free to set up over there, out of eyesight. They cannot come towards the cave. He'll take that as a personal attack and slaughter them all.
Okay. Hot take. It was their cave first.
I get that, and it'll be their cave again if we kill the Paraton.
But like, we don't even know where the Paraton is.
We do. He told me where to go, and this guy right here, Vekel, is going to lead us. Hi, Vekel.
But like, how long is that gonna take? You can't let them out in the open in the forest forever.
It's about 6 hours. Half a day.
It's like 5 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
And we have to go with Expo in the morning.
Yeah.
Where are we squeezing in these 6 hours?
I mean, we're going to walk now. We're going to obviously fight at night.
Well, that's not ideal.
It's not ideal. That is correct. Conversely, we could always... Conversely, we could rest here. Obviously, Expo is not going to leave without us, and we can get to him when we get to him.
I feel like, though, he will take away all of our gold.
Well, he already gave us half.
But I really want the other half.
I know.
It's a pretty dress with my name on
I
it.
know, and maybe there's a way around this. So, how about we bring the rest of the team down and converse on this part?
Okay, well, you tell the kobolds, though,
That-
if we come back and the goblins are harmed in any way, we will slaughter them all.
Got it. No, but you need to tell Rita they've got to stay
Perfect.
over there.
So, Rita.
Yeah.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
They're allowing you to stay up on their land.
Our land.
I know, your land.
It's our land. Ours.
Yes, but here's the thing. If they see you guys go close to the caves, or if they see you, they're gonna try to attack you. But I told them that if they attack you, we will literally slit all of their throats. So, you keep your goblins away.
Okay, I get this. We can do this. We do this. Yes.
Screwed.
It's okay. It'll work out.
They're gonna do it just so we kill the kobold.
That's exactly what it is.
So,
I don't care. I'm a gobliner now.
So they find a way where they can kind of set camp. It's about 300 yards down forest in a little little gully in a hilly area.
We don't have to
And they
slit
are,
anybody's
yes,
throats.
Fern Gully. And they are separated. Veckel is with you, sees where they are, and reports that back to Atakrek. And Veckel says to you, "You ready then?" "Yes."
Can I bring the rest of my team out now so that we can decide on? the
"Yes,
best
yes, yes,
way
I'll
to-
take you to cave. Let's go."
Well, looks like we're going. We did just long rest, so we should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
We just
It's a long drive.
So you guys make your way. I need everyone to roll a Constitution save for exhaustion, unless you're gonna sleep before you. Well,
You're immune to exhaustion.
12.
12,
15.
15, 6, okay,
14.
14, 6,
9.
9.
11.
Okay, so Jax, Eli, and Sola, you have 1 point of exhaustion.
What does that do again?
That means you have disadvantage on all skill checks. Now, you can sleep and take another long rest, and that will remove the point of exhaustion. But in the 6 hours, it's now 11 o'clock at night. You can push through, and this is why you have exhaustion. If you sleep, it'll be gone. But to continue, because you've been up a full day, as you approach, and you're kind of going through a forested area. As you approach, you, let me go to my next page here. You follow a very rough trail through the woods, and you come upon a cliff face. Now you've traveled about 6 hours into the Ardeep forest. And you come upon a cliff face that reaches up about 50 feet into the mountainous topography that is there. The hills have gotten steadily larger and more mountainous as you go into the Ardeep. At the foot of the cliff, about 50 yards away, being pointed out to you by Veckel, is a cave, which those of you with dark vision see that there are some bones strewn outside of it. And there are small bushes and other vegetation that grow up around the cave and up the cliff. It appears that there's another small opening in the cliff face, and those of you with dark vision can kind of barely make this out. Those of you without dark vision don't see this. And that's about 30 feet up the cliff. And then you also see a very thin, just barely making it out, a thin rope leading to that upper cave, and then up higher to the top of the cliff face, where there is yet another kind of opening. It's kind of a darkness, and then the cliff continues up further and then before it recedes into the darkness. Veckel points and he says, "Through bottom cave, up to top cave, climb, and that is our home. That is where Bird is. That is what you must kill."
Seems like
Veckel, is
Where's
there a
that strength
decent
check?
place to maybe rest and then get it right in the morning, early in the morning?
Bottom cave provides shelter.
Okay.
I suggest that. I
Okay,
can't
guys,
climb anything.
do we want to get up to the bottom cave, rest, and get at this thing early in the morning?
Yes.
Cole
Question.
really wants to solo this part.
Wants to what?
Solo this part. Just
Cole
climb
will
up the side of the
Die.
cliff.
Get it.
If I make good berries now and we rest,
They last 24 hours.
so they'd still be fine when we woke up. Okay.
Do we want to do that? Get to the bottom cave that Veckel pointed out, we rest, and at 7 in the morning, we go get this thing.
I agree.
Yes. 6 in the morning.
5 in the morning.
Well, I mean, it's got to be a
Tonight.
long rest.
Now.
8 hours is a long rest.
So,
I'll set my alarm clock for 8 hours.
that'll put us at 7.
I'll wake you up.
All right.
Right. So you guys head
Alright,
into.
so I make good berries and hand them out to
Okay.
everybody.
So you have everyone has a good berry. There are
So that
10. There's
I
10
have
that you can
3
make,
left
right?
then.
So you have 3 for yourself.
Are we?
And mark off a spell slot.
She's got a long rest.
Mhm.
Unless we get attacked.
Unless we get attacked.
Well, can we
Oh.
check the cave as we get there? Like, I'm not saying we get there and plop down.
Especially with the
What, tonight?
Marathon.
Don't worry, I got your back.
We should still take a shift so it's not just
But-
cold.
I agree.
I'm gonna
I
need
only
you to
need
give
4
me some,
hours.
to like, light my hand up or something before you go to bed.
Is it a, can you go to sleep with that?
Yeah.
It's not concentration.
It lasts an hour though.
Oh,
I have oil.
I just light my torch.
Oh yeah, I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
torch.
Okay, so you light your torch, and you guys are heading into the cave.
Mm-hmm. Can we listen before we step into the
Yeah.
cave?
Perceive.
I would like
Wait, do we
to
rest?
perceive.
Go ahead,
Take hours.
Rygar
We're on
and
This is the bottom cave.
Melcene, you can roll perception.
Marathon on
Can I guidance myself?
What?
Are we still in the forest?
Well, you've approached the cave.
Okay.
You're up essentially to the mouth of the cave.
So no advantage on
You're
the check.
you're still in the forest. You're in the Ardite forest, so it is advantage for you. This is your
Can I
favorite terrain.
guidance myself?
You can.
Oh yeah, nat
That's a
20.
nat 20.
That's. I have no idea what that is.
It's nothing.
As you
Maybe
approach,
Ralphie was here.
Better than that though.
Well, I'm about to.
You have natural 20.
13, 14, 15. I saw 15.
okay, so as you approach the cave, the rest of the party is kind of staying back. You both have dark vision. You
I
don't.
don't
You
have
don't. So then you're rolling with disadvantage.
Uh,
Oh no, you have a torch out.
No.
So
I do have a torch.
and this really isn't what you see. It's more of what you smell.
Oh.
As you approach the cave and get to you see more clearly bones strewn about of several different types of animals. You see wolf bones, you see squirrels, and all different. You see what looks to be a skeleton, like the leg of a humanoid that's
Is it a troll?
there. It's with a shoe still on it, although no flesh on it at all. And as you approach, and the wind is kind of coming out of the cave, the smell of rotting flesh hits your face. You, also with your elvish ears, you perceive the sound of rustling from deeper in the cave, and the sound of tearing, of flesh being torn. But you can't really, as you look in, there is a bend in the cave that you can't really see around the bend.
Well, a horrid smell is emanating from the cave, and I do see bones, but I hear something tearing. A creature of some sort in the cave as well.
perhaps the Paraton stays on the bottom cave.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Does anybody know?
Veckel points in and says, "Look at the bones! Look at the bones!"
Sounds like
What's this monster talking about?
How far is this like cave area?
Giant rabbit, big teeth, leap about. Look at the bones!
Giant rabbit.
you sound like Greedo.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, it's a line from a movie.
Well, how am I supposed to know that?
I'm telling you now, it's a line from a movie. It's a talkie.
What's a movie?
Okay.
I
Anyways.
haven't invented it yet.
So, does anybody know? Do Paratons are they awake during the day or night?
Nocturnal.
Are they nocturnal?
You don't know anything about them.
Eating.
I'm asking my party. Does anybody know anything about Paratons?
They attacked during the day last time.
It's true.
But he's eating something now at night.
It's the assumption that that's the paraton. Could be
We
a bear.
don't know if that's it.
Something.
Do you think a bear wouldn't it smell the Paraton and stay away, knowing danger?
Unless they have a copacetic relationship where the paraton drops it.
Well, the cave where the Veckel pointed to, where their home cave was, is 50 feet up in the cliff. So, which with kind of an aerial
there
entrance,
was a
and there's a rope
Oh, that's it? I'm gonna send Tony up and look around.
up to the cave.
Yeah, as high as he can go. I think it's 100 feet.
Okay.
And then look around. See.
So you go up, and as you approach and get in, I need you to roll stealth.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Found it!
It's a
12. Right? Roll perception.
16.
Okay, so you fly up and you approach the cave, and it's dark. And you make your way into the mouth of the cave. And as you do, you perceive there's, it goes back a ways, and there's no light immediately, but around a corner you see some light. And you hear kind of a low chanting sound. You also perceive on the ground in front of you and above you 2 runes that are kind of etched into the ground. That in order to go further, you would need to pass between.
Okay, as I'm seeing this through Tony's eyes, I'm giving like one word reactions to what I'm seeing. So I'm saying like light, runes. How much further can I go?
You can go into the cave.
Okay, yeah, I'll continue.
As soon as you do, the runes go off, and Tony blinks out of existence.
Bye, Tony.
My eyes roll back forward. I go. There's some kind of protective runes up there. Tony's gone.
No, he'll be back.
Of course. There was also what, chanting. There was a light, which I don't think a bird would need. So there's something more to this cave than just a paraton.
Okay. I want to look at Veckel. There's chanting going on in there. There are protective runes. What do you know about this?
Runes? What runes?
Protective runes that blinked our bird out of existence.
What are runes? I don't know.
They're magical inscriptions.
We don't use magic. We use traps, contraptions, spikes.
Well,
There's no magics.
Could
I
I?
know a dragon sorcerer that we just heard about.
Oh, what's his name?
Dolbach?
Yeah.
Dubik.
Could I tell what was it like an electric? Like what attacked Tony or what blinked him out?
It was a flash of fire.
Okay.
Blue.
Why would there be chanting?
I don't know. Why?
What did the chanting sound like?
What did the chanting sound like?
Humanoid chanting?
Was it draconic?
You have no idea. What languages do you
can't
speak?
hear.
Cult of the Dragon.
Draconic, giant, fey, and common.
You don't know.
It was
What-
none of
it
those.
wasn't a language that you knew. That you know.
All right, Veckel. So here's the deal. Here's what we got. We've got rotting flesh. We've got some creature ripping and tearing, and we have chanting with runes and a light in there. So there's more that's going on in this cave than we were led on to believe. I need you to think now. Do you know anything else?
Charge.
I'm right behind you all.
Right?
I
Let's do this.
want to sleep.
You get over yourself.
I know.
You don't need to sleep. Let's go. You don't need skill checks. Let's do this.
I think I need skill checks if I'm climbing
Perhaps the
up.
chanting was from
No, we're going
the
to the
ones
cave.
who originally brought the Paraton to Waterdeep.
Yeah, that could make a lot of sense, right?
Right.
I'm thinking the chanting's from that cult that we were just told about.
That could also make sense. We need to find out before we run in there
But
with
do
you.
we find out right now?
Mayhaps we kill the bird and leave.
There might be more than just a bird in there, though.
Who's really good at stealth and has night vision?
Mm.
You're a liar.
Well, I do.
Us three.
Okay.
The
I don't-
shady three.
I don't know if we
Not
need
shady.
3 people.
We three.
Does someone want to go in?
I am an expert in stealth.
Does someone want to go in and take a look and be very careful?
Well, he is a stand-up guy. I don't know if we can risk his life like this.
We need more information before we go in.
I agree.
I
I
vote
agree.
Rygar and Morthos.
Morthos, are you willing to do this?
Sure. If I
Alright.
scream, you better come around.
Of course.
Your sacrifice.
So
is
Rygar's
noted.
going.
This isn't a murder mystery.
Rygar, you
Morthos is
coming
first.
with me?
Rygar's
This is
second.
Dungeons.
That's
and
true.
Dragons.
Okay, so I need you to roll stealth checks. You get advantage.
Just so happens we found a dungeon with a dragon.
14.
Perfect.
21.
Gosh, for a +8.
Dang.
Go get him.
Roll initiative.
I don't hate you.
As soon as they step on me.
I mean, you don't think the thing heard us all talking away right
We're whispering the whole
Maybe.
time.
Maybe not. I think it'd be foolish to run in there before you know what's going on.
Okay, so you guys, let me go and switch this up real quick. Hold on.
I have a feeling we're not gonna actually.
We should go screaming in there. Maybe it'll scare it up.
Right.
You
We only have 15 minutes.
I can kill a bluebird in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, the
You know-
other one you got it pretty quickly.
We sure killed Fezzik pretty quick.
Oh,
That's
True.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't have a
Did
part in
anybody
that.
ever
It's you
see that?
monsters.
No,
Aw.
we didn't even know because he slammed me in the face with his axe.
Yeah, it was his own
True.
fault.
Oh,
He
he
rolled
needed to
poorly.
die, yeah.
The goblins did not convince him.
I just put him out.
Hold on, I'm gonna switch this real quick.
The goblins were attempting. The stream is frozen.
So.
He's not.
He's switching screens.
Well, then what is wrong with my?
No,
I think
that's
it's your
talking.
phone.
Oh, look how slow his hand is.
Which one are you looking at for?
Did we get any new subscribers?
I don't believe so.
Alright, is that, how's that? Is it working?
It's bigger. I would go with. Do you want us on screen or do you
No,
want?
I just fixed it, okay.
Nope. Whoa.
Yeah, I,
Oh, we're that far behind.
yeah, you were like 10 seconds behind. Okay, and I put my,
I actually really like that sound.
I don't mind it.
I don't either, actually. I kinda like it.
What did you roll again?
We should do that.
14.
14.
And you were at 20.
okay, so,
Why?
I know.
It's so random.
These pants.
I'm a knee sweater.
Like the backs. I've been sitting in a car
Oh,
for
your
like
knee pit?
7
The
hours. Yes.
knee pit, yeah.
I'm like,
That makes more sense. I was picturing the front.
By the top. Reach out the front.
Perspiring away.
Big sweat stains on the front of the knees.
no, like the
I
back.
have glands on top of my knees.
Oh boy, we're getting
Okay.
some kind of fight, guys.
so Morthos, as you are here and you stealth your way in, Rygar is right behind you. The rest of the party is kind of waiting here. Rygar, you're a little bit more quiet as you kind of go along the wall. Morthos, you've had a long day.
Stomping along.
You're a little bit,
Oh, don't you have an egg? No, just
you're tired.
Alright.
And while your body is very fluid and you're sticking to the shadows, you just didn't see this one bone.
I knew the birds would get us.
And you step and there's a loud crack. And as you step on it, just as you kind of peer around the corner, it's kind of a step and look. And as you do so, you see 3 large creatures that they are bears.
Okay, you can kill bears.
Bears.
And then you look closer,
Oh no.
and they're not just bears. They have beaks,
Oh.
and their arms
Man bear pigs?
are
Bears?
almost wing-like, and they all 3 look up at you and let out a screech like a bird, and immediately start charging at you.
Morthos is in trouble! Quick! Look at them!
It's a nest.
What are those?
Owlbears.
And they all are charging at you. I need you to all roll initiative.
Yes. Please tell me you're the blue one.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you got? Dexterity?
No, you're initiative.
Not the other level, 21.
21 for
Yeah, it's the same as
Morthos.
your
That's a
dice.
good
What did
roll
you
for
roll?
you.
Yes, it is.
19.
No, it's not.
Should be.
No, it's in the, 'cause we got
I'm
a plus one
picturing
minus
that
3
Han
minus
Solo- Han Solo run into the with all the stormtroopers, and then he runs out with them following him.
So 20 to 25.
I didn't say so.
No, I meant
Much
from
lower.
episode 4.
I also didn't say so.
Always.
Still
There we
didn't
go,
say
plus
it.
1. So 15 to 20.
Is it good?
19.
17.
14.
Is 14 in that range?
Oh wait.
Eli, what
17.
Oh,
were
man.
you? So 19,
It's my
17.
point of exhaustion.
Who had a 15? 15 to 20. Anyone else? So just Rygar and Eli. 10 to 14.
11.
14.
12.
Jax. Then it was
Hold,
Hold. Melcine. Vincent, what were you?
I was a 10.
Okay. So,
Ocho. We're a bilingual podcast.
so there is our okay. Let me put on some appropriate music.
You could try that.
Kind of like the Irish pub sound
Petition.
though. Death March.
Anybody speak out there?
All right, and so Morthos, you see this bird-like bear creature that almost has the face of an owl. It's kind of white around its eyes, and with the yellowish beak, and then it fades to a brownish, almost purplish kind of hue as it comes roaring at you with its claws and beak, ready to pounce.
I will turn and run
Okay.
up the end of the cave.
Okay. So you're going your full movement,
Full movement.
30 feet, or dashing as well.
Well, will 30 feet get me to the end of the cave?
So 30 feet will. 30 feet gets you in one of these two spots.
All right, so get me to the opening of the cave there, and I'm just going to turn to everyone and say, "Rygar needs help." Now.
All right. Very good.
You have a good berry. You're okay.
I was sneaky.
He was. He
I'm
was.
hoping I'm
Morthos.
hoping they only see me. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Rygar needs.
I'm blending in.
So I am hoping they just follow me and go
Crunk
right
style.
by you.
That doesn't look like that's what's happening.
Oh no, Rygar.
Oh, son of a gun.
Why
Can
are
I
they all
change your
gathering
mind
around
at all?
Asleep.
So
with this
Rygar,
stuff,
2 of the owl
they'll probably
bears
put
come
every
up
single
next
person.
to you. They aren't able to get into a
that's
flanking
no.
position, nor do you think there's necessarily enough intelligence to know how to flank. They're just animal instinct and just coming at you,
Come on.
and both of them
Roll
take
low.
a claw attack and a bite attack at
Roll
you.
low.
So I have
Roll low.
4
Son of a
D20s.
gun.
Wow! Ow.
That's so many dice in his hand right
These
now.
are all D20s.
Roll low.
This is to see if you hit.
No medals?
That is a 25, 25, 19, and 21.
All of them.
Yeah, they're all gonna
Oh.
hit.
They're all gonna hit.
They're all gonna hit.
Okay, so I need to roll
You suck more though.
uh,
I
1.
hope you don't like
Rygar
him
needs
a
help.
little less as he sprints past him. He went to go get help for Rygar.
So that is
Maybe we could just see the
16 on the 2 bites, 16 damage.
You're gonna
Are
kill
you out
him.
already?
No.
Oh, that's
And
good.
now I need to roll.
You don't need to roll anything. Don't do it.
That is 11 on the first claw,
Are you out now?
16.
I'm down
So
now.
he's down
Are you-
now.
It's down.
and
No.
the next claw
Need a 25.
Auto
What
crit.
does he need?
is 11.
Auto crit.
So that's
No.
2 death saves on you as well.
He doesn't auto crit. He's good though. That's
No,
close.
it is an auto crit if you.
No. Yeah.
He's down.
What's that? No.
So
Never
you
mind, no,
he
we're
goes down, and
Are we
you
good?
Yeah,
you
we're fine.
Are we
somebody
good?
would actually
Good,
want
Barry.
you
You're back.
Just an auto crit.
okay. So you have
Yeah.
2 death
Fails.
saves. You have 2 death saves on you, and ravenous owlbears
I can see
at
that.
your feet. You need to. Oh, you could die right now.
Oh my goodness!
Do I see him?
What?
It's
Do
not
I
your
see
turn.
him?
Not your
Do you
turn.
see?
Doesn't matter. Do I see?
No,
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's no light source in there, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't have dark vision.
You suck.
So,
No!
Is that gonna give him
I'll tell you what. Because you are in your favored terrain, I will allow you to roll your death save with advantage.
You're exhausted.
The
that's
trees.
So you just roll 2d20.
Come on.
Oh my god.
He doesn't have. He's not exhausted.
Yes. Woo! 11.
It's just a straight. It's what were the numbers?
11 and 9.
Ah,
Okay, so that is one success.
We gotta get
And Eli is now up.
okay.
It's just a straight.
Yeah.
10 or
10,
higher.
10 or higher is a success, 9 or
So
lower
hard
is a
to get
fail.
a 10 though when you need it.
I'm gonna light my torch.
Your torch.
Yep.
Okay, that's an action.
Yep. And I'm gonna. Can I throw it in there?
Are you staying right there?
Nope. I'm gonna run and follow it.
Well, if you have it lit, you can carry it with you.
That's true, but then I can't hold my shield, so I would like to throw it in
Or
there.
you have a shield and your torch. You could go
Why the
two-handed.
hell would I do that?
I'm just saying what you could do.
Yeah.
You don't have to do any of it.
Can I throw it in there and then take my sword and shield out? And
Yeah.
run?
Roll a straight dex.
Oh, and actually, you know what though? I might land it on him. So I'm
Oh.
gonna run in there with
That's what he's waiting for. He's like, do tell.
I'm gonna run in there with my shield
Okay.
out, and I'm going to get within a good. Where can I get to? Right there.
You can get right up next to him at 30 feet.
Okay. Then I'm going to
So you have your sword out, your shield out, and you have a torch.
5 feet behind me. I'm gonna drop the torch.
Okay, so that's free action to drop it right there.
Okay.
Um,
Can I stabilize him?
You're running, right?
you can roll a medicine check to try to stabilize him.
I can't do my thing,
That's a bonus action to do your thing.
So I'm
Medicine check is an action.
so I'm gonna do my thing.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah. So I'm going to I'm gonna cut across my wrist.
Ego.
Yep. I need more blood here. I don't know if this will actually work, and the blood's just pouring down my hand, and I'm going to
Struck his face.
look at his worst spot.
This is your friend, yeah. He's been bitten, clawed. He looks like he's been mauled.
Right. And I'm gonna amplify this,
Okay?
and I'm gonna like dig my hand in there and just kind of let the blood transfuse.
So roll a d4,
I thought it was okay. I thought it was.
because you're amplifying, right?
I thought it was a D6. For
This one's a
I roll a hit die,
hit die. You roll a hit die.
so that's a D10.
D10.
Oh, that's a 10.
Wow.
Double zero is a 10, right?
Okay, so Rygar, your eyes have rolled up and you're bleeding
So that was
out,
a 1.
deep gashes into your body, and you see this on his brand new studded leather armor has been broken in quite well, and
Still intact.
you put your hand out as you've cut it, and the blood just runs out over his wounds, and the blood, as it mingles with his blood, the wounds begin to close up.
All right. And I'm at
And
15.
so you take 5 health away, and you get 10 health, and you have 1 less hit dice.
This is not good.
Okay, and so Rygar, your eyes pop back open as you look down, and your body is still ravaged, but not as bad as it was. And you see Eli's hand there shaking over you as the blood is dripped out, and then he looks at you and kind of gives you a pained smile, and readies his shield at the owlbears as he kind of stands over your body. Jax, you're
Eli
up.
goes,
Well, Eli needs help, and I just saw my BFF run in there.
Just gave his buddy AIDS or something.
I know, but I didn't witness the weird.
We don't
I
ask
just-
questions.
You got the
Yeah.
hit, bro.
Alrighty, so I'm
You got 10
gonna
health.
like cautiously sneak in. I'm gonna see the light source, but I'm not gonna like go barreling in. So I'm gonna get within 60 feet of them, where I can still kind of see them though. But like a safe distance.
So
Yeah.
you can get right there, and you do see this owlbear over here, and barely see this one, but you see this one in full view.
And I'm assuming that I can see Rygar on the ground and
You see
Eli
Rygar on the
standing up.
ground, Eli standing over
Okay,
him.
so then I'm gonna yell at the owl bear that I can see.
Okay.
I'm gonna viciously mock him.
Okay.
I'm gonna bite my thumb at him.
And that's a wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On
And I rolled a 9, so that fails.
Alrighty, so you're gonna have disadvantage on your next attack.
Okay.
What are you gonna say? I bite my thumb at him.
What's
Good.
that?
Dost
Flip it
thou
off.
bite
Oh.
my thumb?
Is
It's a
that like a British
Shakespeare.
thing?
It's
Ro-
a Shakespeare term.
Romeo and Juliet,
Oh,
anyone?
okay.
No? Okay. 3.
3 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Psychic
So,
damage.
so he has disadvantage on his next attack. Very good. Hold, you are up.
Dost thou bite?
Well, everyone else is running.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm
I just
running.
didn't hear what you said.
Yeah.
So move me as far in as I can
It's
go.
a bear.
Oh, and as soon as I can see that there's light, where can I get? Where can I get?
With 30 feet of movement, you can get right there, which is right next to Rygar,
Oh yeah.
and within range of this owlbear right here.
Oh yeah. And so I drop the torch.
Okay, so there's 2 torches dropped in there.
Good. So, I'm going to grab the one that's right in front of me.
Okay, make your grapple check.
How close am I to the other one?
He is 5 feet away from you with Rygar in between.
Okay. Oh, grapply.
Ooh,
Ooh. 22.
23.
Oh! That's the first time that's happened.
They have a +5 to their strength.
Punch it.
That was his
No, that's my action.
action.
No. Yell fiddlesticks as a bonus action.
Okay, Melcine, you are up.
No.
I'm
I'll take some of this for you,
gonna
buddy.
Yeah.
move in and see what I can see.
Well, you see, this is all lit up over here.
Okay, so I can see it.
You can see in, and you see this whole just mass of swinging, punching, grappling, growling, screeching,
Good times.
and it's a mess.
But I can.
Mocking.
Can I see the owl bears? No.
From where you are, you see furry feathers kind of thrashing about.
Okay.
I
I want
get
to
them for 20 minutes. and then
move
gone
in
for 5 minutes.
a little bit. Can I tell how? Can I perceive how Eli or not Eli? How Rygar is doing?
Roll perception to see if you can how well you
Yeah.
see him.
I can't see anything. Oh. 15.
Okay, you see Eli putting his hand over him, though you can't
Okay.
quite tell what's going on.
All right.
Good.
And you see Rygar, who was still beginning to kind of stir a little bit. You can roll medicine check
Okay.
on Rygar. You see him well enough to.
27.
Yeah. So you can tell her how many hit points you have left.
10.
Doing just as good as this guy. He's not even in the fight yet.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move up. Is there any way that I can do my thorn web? I don't know that I can.
You can get right to here,
Okay.
and from there you can thorn whip, though he is in quarter cover, so his AC will be a little higher because
Okay.
he's behind hold basically.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try. I'll go for it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
Half cover, not there's no quarter cover.
25.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, well, you know.
So as you you kind of run in, hugging against the wall, as you get a better view, you kind of slash out, and the seaweed just extends out and wraps around the arm of the owlbear and just lashes its body.
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
And from where you are, you can't pull it any closer
No,
to you because
yeah.
hold is right
No,
there.
you're fine.
Sola.
Well, Morthos, being the stand-up guy, says someone's in danger. I'm going in.
Yeah.
Run me.
Yeah.
Run me. Oh, I've run 40 feet.
Yep.
Do we all run 40 feet?
No,
No.
you.
So there's
Forgot
there's
to
no
run
way.
There's no
Just
reason
leave
why.
guard out.
There's no way
35.
to get within melee range. Rygar is right there in the front.
Hi, guard.
You can get here behind Morthos. Behind Hold and Eli, and you can throw darts. But that would be your only option to
I
attack.
can't like jump over him and get behind that one bear.
Their bodies are very large in this space, and you can't pass through there anyway.
Okay. Can I throw a dart and then ready and throw a dart as a bonus action and then ready?
You cannot throw a dart as a bonus action. You
Okay.
can throw a dart as your attack.
Yeah. I'll throw a dart.
Okay, roll your attack.
16.
That hits.
Oh, does it really?
And you are throwing it at.
The disadvantaged one. Oh, actually, no, that one.
That's
Yeah.
disadvantage to attack, not to hit.
Yeah. No, I want the full-fledged one.
The brown one there.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
6.
6 damage. Okay, so the dart sinks in and it kind of shrugs it off and just looks at you intently. Vincent.
I'm gonna walk forward 10 feet towards the entrance of the cave and summon 3 glowing darts and shoot magic missile at the first owl bear that I see.
So you see this one here, because that's kind of the straight shot in. And so you summon them up and point them out, and they kind of swirl and curve through all of the individuals, your party members, just whizzing past Jax's head, swirling around Eli, and impacting into the chest of the owlbear as it lets out a
11 damage.
nice.
Nice.
Okay. Morthos, your entire team has run past you
Yep.
to the aid of Rygar.
Can I get within at least 30 feet of the one that is disadvantaged?
So as you turn around, you can basically stand on top of the
Disengage himself.
stand on top of the torch there, and you
I'm
can.
within 30 feet, so I can take a
You're within
shot
30 feet. Yep.
with my crossbow.
Yep. It does. Eli is in the way, so it does have a little bit of cover, but you can make your attack.
Oh my gosh. No, that's a 9.
And you try to avoid Eli with your crossbow and shoot, and it just ping off of the cave wall, harmless, missing.
Right. Then I will use my cunning action to disengage and.
Well, you don't need to engage with
Well,
anything.
that's why I want to get all the way out of the cave as far as I can.
Back out again.
Yep.
So you moved 10 feet. You have 20 feet of movement, and then you can dash another 30
Yeah,
feet if
put
you
me
want.
somewhere behind Vincent.
Everybody needs to. We can't leave.
'Cause- And as I do that, I yell, "Everyone needs to get out of the cave."
Okay.
I don't think Holt's gonna do it.
Not happening.
It's alright, the wolf can take them.
So, Hold, the one that you tried to grapple goes to bite and claw at you. That's a 26 on the bite,
Miss.
and that is a 13 on the claw.
He bit me.
So, That is a 8.
What? 26? Holy moly.
So I said they're way up there.
They get +7 to hit.
Holy moly.
And so he bites onto your arm that you extended to try to grab him and pierces through the plate armor and wrenches it out, trying to rip the flesh, but it's just metal stone, and he can't. But he does do some damage to you. He does, like I said, he does. What did I say? 8 damage. And the claw scratches against your torso, doesn't do any
I
damage.
do not laugh.
Now will you disengage?
No. I have to save my friend.
Well, what if we ran out of there?
We just gotta get him the next turn.
If he
you
dies,
can.
I die.
If he dies, he
Meanwhile, this owlbear, seeing Eli kind of reaching over and is within your threatened range, goes to bite and claw at you, Eli.
No, so I maledict this one. Yeah, yes. And he's blind.
Okay, so I have disadvantage.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't roll the first attack with disadvantage against you, which was one that hit you. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Come on, baby.
That is a 17. So that erase that. That
Doesn't
never
hit.
hit you.
Nice.
Okay. Sorry about
They're
that.
no match for us.
Good job, Jax. So this one now rolls with disadvantage against you.
Right.
You're not amplifying it, so it only lasts one round. This is your second use.
I don't
Yep.
have another.
Yep. So 18 and 19 on the die. So 25 to hit. And that's with the claw. And that does, 6 slashing damage. And the with the beak, I mean now the claw is an 11. So he's the one who reaches out, bites your arm, and rips it off, and then he
11
goes
plus
with the
what was it?
claw.
6.
But you
6,
get your
17.
you get your shield up, and it is
19.
harmless. Bats harmlessly off the shield.
No, I thought you only had like
The
15.
11 was an attack roll.
Okay, let's focus.
Yeah,
We got
that's
this.
fine.
So you take six piercing damage.
Right.
And the other one is in the back, just screeching at you, just waiting to step up and take its turn. And Rygar, your eyes open. You see this owlbear clawing at one of them, clawing at Eli, one of them clawing at Hold over your body.
I'm gonna stand up and disengage.
Okay, disengage. And that's your action to disengage.
Right.
You have your movement.
Okay, and for a bonus action, I'd like to just place Hunter's Mark on the one battling Hold.
How far? You just moving back here?
Yeah.
Okay. And you put Hunter's Mark on the one battling Hold. Okay. And that's the one that's been damaged already. Okay, very good. And that is now Eli's turn.
Am I in a threatened range right now?
Yes, this one is adjacent to you.
All right, so I would have to disengage,
You would have to disengage.
and I will do that,
Okay.
and I'm gonna head out of the cave.
Okay. How far out?
How far out can I go?
Are we leaving?
I think we're trying to draw them out so we can all
You
attack
can get
them.
out to here.
Not that far. Well, you know what?
Kill one in the tunnel.
Just get me out first to the other side of whoever that is. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
With my bonus action, can I drink my drink?
Drink your drink.
I
Your
have a
potion?
minor healing.
You can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, roll your 2d4 plus 2.
Oh man, I thought this was whiskey.
Yeah. 9.
Nice. So you get 9 health back and the potion is gone. Jax, you're up. You see Eli run out and you see Rygar run out but turn around and
And I heard
Cast a
what
spell.
Morthos said about drawing them out of the cave, so I'm gonna be to the one that I've disadvantaged already. Hey, Chicken Little, come grab us! And I'm gonna sprint.
ooh, that's a 17 on the die. So that's 18 wisdom. So he makes the save.
Okay.
But
I'm
you're
still gonna run out.
backing out? How far out?
Behind Eli.
Okay.
Nice
Very
view
good.
of the behind.
Are you still in man form?
It doesn't matter. His soul's on the inside.
Hold, you are up as your
Maybe
allies
that
are
is real.
retreating, and you are
I am currently
locked
still
in
a man,
combat
yes.
with this owlbear, and another one now looking at you as the others begin to retreat.
Stop shaking your head.
We leaving you to die, dude.
I am going to move in the spot that Rhaegar was.
Yep.
Ballsy move, Cotton.
And I'm going to attempt to wrap my arm around the one there, the guy on the right there.
The one that you attempted last time?
No, the other guy.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 22 again.
16.
All right, then I'm gonna action surge and try to grapple the other one with my other arm.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Why are you double
Nice.
fisting
I love it.
owlbirds?
He's gonna get him a noogie.
So
headbutt.
Yes.
my shield goes into my arm. It's gone. now.
Yeah, so because of the fact that you are a Warforged, and Warforged can grapple things larger size, and because you have 2 arms, you are able to attempt this maneuver. This next grapple though, on this other one is going to be a disadvantage to you.
Ooh.
Why?
So you already
Because
got a
it's
bear in your
you got
hand.
one in one hand, and now you're trying to just a one-handed grab as opposed to being able to use both.
Do you still get your plus a million to it though?
Yeah,
With
he
the
still is.
disadvantage?
All right, so
But
you
you
roll
can
with
normally
disadvantage.
grapple something that's one size larger than you. Raw. 18.
23.
That's the same one who.
Yeah, I was wondering.
So that one next to you is not grappled, but this one here is. Okay? So the brown one is grappled,
Okay.
black one, or darker
Right.
brown, is free to go. Melsine.
I'm going to Thorn Whip the one that is grappled.
Okay, so thorn whipping this one here.
Yeah.
Okay, it is behind hold, so that would have cover. The one next to it, there is no cover on.
Then let's go
That
for
one
the
took
other
more
one.
damage.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, 18 plus.
That hits.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Oh. 1.
1.
Why you should be healing.
Okay, and so again you lash out, and it's almost like a whip lashing against it. Now,
And I do want to move towards, because I also heard the yell. I want to
Okay.
move towards the entrance of the cave.
15 feet is there.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hold you, Dumbo.
And now, Sola, you are up. There is room
So I
next
get
to
out.
hold to get up in there and make your attacks now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Let's take him
Okay.
out.
So Sola steps
Fists
up.
of justice.
I'm just right there, perfect, and I'm gonna hit
Sword
the
of hope.
I'm gonna hit the one that's already been pretty badly damaged.
Okay, so you have you've cast aside your other sword that you've used up all of the edge on as it's dulled a little bit now. And you take out the other one that still has the fine edge and make your attacks.
Oh yeah.
18, 19, 21,
That
22.
hits.
6, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then I'll do an unarmed strike.
Alright. Just follow up with your unarmed attack.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
That hits.
6.
6.
Nice.
Very good. Good round.
And then how is he looking? Does he look?
So you run up to him and you quickly slash across the chest
Mm-hmm.
and follow up with a crane kick to the abdomen as a little blood pops out of its mouth from the impact and it's bleeding. You can roll a medicine check.
Would that count as an action?
No, it's
That's a
just
skill
Okay.
check, Molly, though.
We
You're
don't-
exhausted.
I know.
We don't have action anymore. Anyway.
I have
Yeah.
a chi point though.
well, roll medicine. You are exhausted, so this is at disadvantage.
It's almost
Gotta roll it.
Gotta
over.
Molly, it's a disadvantage.
disadvantage. 5, 6, 7, 8.
So he's bleedy and bloody and angrily squawking at you. Ah! ready to bear down on you.
I'm gonna use patient defense.
Okay,
I
so
know,
you
right?
take patient defense, which anything attack
Of
against you is at
course.
disadvantage.
Great.
Very good.
Oh, and
Vincent.
then yell out, Hold got one of them!
Okay, Vincent, you're up.
I'm gonna aim at the one I hit previously with the magic missile.
Yeah, so the one that Sola just unleashed on.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm going to summon
After
a
someone-
chromatic orb.
It's
Okay.
an extra
We'll
action.
do acid based again.
Okay.
And I just hold it up and I do the kiss of death from Mortal Kombat and go and send it towards it.
Roll your attack.
I'm just gonna use portend. 12 plus 6, 18.
That hits.
And maybe one more of these. 10, 18 damage.
18 damage.
Should've done the other one.
And it hits and immediately begins to eat away its flesh, exposing the already pockmarked chest from the magic missiles that impacted against it, the sword slash against it, and now its furry feathers. It's kind of a weird mix of fur and feathers. Just is eaten away, eating into its flesh, and it is angrily kind of looking at you, but can't get to you. Very hurt, but still up on 2 feet. Morthos.
Block him.
We will run in and get within 30 feet of the one that Vinny just attacked.
Okay, so you can get right up next to Rygar.
Get back in there.
You get right up next to Rygar and kind of give him a little sheepish, hey.
Oh man.
That's maybe. That'd be a 15.
That hits.
Oh.
And you have
Sneak
your
attack.
sneak attack.
A plus 4, it would be 12.
And you run up and you kind of give your little sheepish grin to Rygar. Take aim, this time able to see a clear shot, shoot it, and it pierces right through one of its eyes
Gross.
into its squawking head as it goes down.
Nice.
And then I'm immediately going to run out of the cave again.
Left Rygar to die.
Right
and
behind
just
where I
gets a
was again,
kill.
right behind Vinny again. Yep.
Technically, you can't get back there.
Not even with cunning action.
With cunning action, yeah, you can use your dash. Yep. Okay, very good. You are there. So Morthos, and now the enemies are up. The one that's grappled doesn't try to break the grapple. He just goes to bite you, and claw you. Hold. Wow, this dice is rolling really well.
Don't roll that dice.
That's a
on me.
26 to hit,
Yeah, I guess.
and this one is a 22 to hit.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, so that's a D10
I
for
can't
the
save you,
bite.
man.
So that's, man, I keep rolling crappy on the damage though.
Good.
That's 6 for the bite attack, and the claw.
That's 3/4 of Vinny's
Half
health.
my health.
That's, I rolled well on that one. That's 14 for the claw attack.
Oh my goodness.
As it bites your arm that's holding it, and then slashes across your chest.
Oh.
You being more hurt than you have in a long, long time, as this kind of purplish, bluish blood begins to trickle out of you. It's almost oily in its complexion. And the other owlbear steps up into the spot of the other one,
Oh, bye, Holt.
kind of moving over its carcass and taking a bite and a slash at Sola.
Disadvantage.
Yes, it is. Lucky duck. That's a 11
Yes.
on the
Doesn't
bite,
hit. Doesn't hit.
and
Is this still disadvantage too?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a 19 and a 15
15 doesn't hit.
plus 7.
Oh, why did you do this
totally
to me?
hits.
22.
Totally hits.
So that is the claw. That is the claw. The claw is gonna get you. That is 15
Damage?
claw damage to you.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
And so he slashes across your chest, tearing your kind of your gi
Sorry, I don't really
and
like
slashing your intestines down your
I don't
leg,
hate you.
and just
Not
taking a
preferred player.
big hunk out of your leg as you're there, kind of trying to parry it, but as you dodge the bite, aren't able to dodge the claw. Rygar, you are up. Your hunter's mark is still active, but not currently on anybody.
Can I move it to the one that just strike it solo?
Yep, that's your bonus action.
Okay. And backing up out of the cave, I'm going to fire an arrow at the one I just placed Hunter's Mark on.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Okay. Alright, that is an 18.
That hits.
16, but
Whatever you say, I use
Okay. Alright, that is 8 plus 4, 12.
12, nice. You added your hunter's mark damage to that as well?
Yep.
Okay. Very good. So that arrow sinks deep into its chest as you see kind of in the midst of the glowing firelight, dark shadow that kind of creeps in behind where the arrow sunk in and just kind of goes into the wound and causes it to boil and fester with it's not necrotic damage, that would be hex, but it kind of, this hunter's mark just
That'd be awesome.
just does the maybe if you get everyone hex as it tries to just rip it out, looking at you angrily, past Sola, and then looking back at Sola because she's right there in front of him. Eli,
Backing
Yeah,
out.
you
Backing
can
out.
how far back?
About as far as I can go.
That's
with
25 feet.
with clear shot still.
It would. You can hit it, but it's behind cover now since there's so many people in front of you. Eli.
It's just you and me, girl. I don't have faith that he's coming in.
Yeah, I'm coming in.
Yes.
So Eli puts his head down, much like Jake's doing right now, and he gets in there.
Okay.
How
close?
Real good.
Right by that, I
That's
guess.
25 feet right
Yeah,
there.
no, that sounds good. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out my crossbow,
So okay, you stow your shield,
Yeah.
pull out your crossbow.
and I'm gonna shoot Hunter's Mark bear.
Yeah, go for it.
11.
11
Yeah.
does not hit.
All right.
The crossbow chings off the wall. And that's in your hands. Shield is stowed. Jax is up.
Okay. Me and my buddy went back in. But I can still see everything that's going on. Does Hold look damaged? Like, does he look like he's profusely...
Roll a medicine check. You have to get closer to see him.
Yeah?
You don't see him from where you are.
How close would I have to get?
You have to get here.
Oh,
That's,
I'll go there.
that's 15 feet of movement, and you can see him. Roll a medicine check with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
man.
boy. 5.
It's really hard to tell because his physiology is completely different than yours.
Yeah.
And you only really see his back, but you do see things kind of, you see a dark liquid dripping at his feet. You just can't quite tell how hurt he is.
It happens.
Oh, this is the first time that I've ever seen him ooze. Yeah. So.
Secret of the ooze, baby.
I think I would be concerned for Hold. I like Hold. He's
Okay.
a preferred player.
You're dead.
So I'm going to healing word. I'm within range, so I'm gonna healing word. Hold.
Healing word, okay.
Diesel.
Diesel, wink, and roll your 1d4
yep.
plus 4.
Oh well.
That's good news.
Nope. 5.
Damn.
Okay, so you get 5 back. As Hold, you are
5
now
you
up.
didn't have.
Having grappled the one in front of you.
That's one claw swipe.
Not even. That class like
First, I will
This one's
take
down.
that healing word and I will amp it up a bit.
Oh.
And
What is
heal-
that?
Deal up some second wind.
Oh.
So he puts his free hand, he kind of gathers himself, and puts his hand over the glowing ball of energy on his chest. And that kind of that glows for a second, and the green energy from the ball goes into his hand, and you feel some of your wounds begin to close.
And then as that ends, I just take my arm up and I bring it down on the one.
Yeah, make your attack.
Oh,
Or
I thought we were
grappling.
20.
I was almost bad. I still think I missed 13.
13 hits.
Yeah, I think it's like 12.
Alright. And I take my newly magicized fist or elbow and
Just general.
8 damage.
8 damage, nice.
Magical damage.
And so you smash your fist down into the beak, and the beak kind of splits under the pressure of your blow, and it angrily looks at you and moves into for another bite and claw on its turn. Melcine, you're up.
I want to move up and assess the situation.
Okay.
I want to do a medicine check for Sola.
Go ahead and do so.
No, I forgot about you.
I'm not a preferred player.
17.
17. Sola, you see that she is very badly raked across the front of her body from this claw attack. You can tell her how many hit points you have left.
1.
Aha. I am going to. Am I? I'm gonna healing word her.
Okay.
You have a berry.
You
I
could
can't
get up
use
next to
it.
her and kill
Can I?
wounds if you have enough movement to do that, but that's your full movement
Oh,
then.
yeah, I can, but that's for an emergency if someone goes down. I'd only do
Alright.
2.
Yeah.
More than 2.
Alright, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh, that's a.
Cure wounds is a D8 plus 4.
Oh wow.
There you go.
4, so 8.
Nice.
Not
Thank
bad.
you.
That's good. And so mark off your second spell slot.
Oh, we need to rest after this.
And
do.
it is now
It's short.
Sola's turn.
Thanks for that. I'm
find out.
gonna
I saved you.
You did great.
disengage.
It's a quid pro quo.
Is there a way I
kind
could
of
hit Hold's guy?
So you can use your attack action, but then
I can't.
you would have to use a key point to disengage
Yeah.
with Step of the Wind. You've used one key point so far.
I'm just gonna disengage, head back a little bit, on line with Eli.
Okay.
And can I throw a dark pen? Or is that another
Not
action?
because that's
Okay.
it would be
Yep.
your action to disengage. Okay. So you get back next to Eli, and you kind of run back and then stop and turn, kind of breathing heavy in your fighter stance, ready to kind of pick your spot to re-engage, getting your darts at the ready. Which you have what, 6 left?
5.
5 left. Okay. Vincent, you're up.
I can still see that other owl bear, right?
You can see this one here. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to draw on the energies of the Fernie and Ash focus,
Okay.
and then summon another chromatic orb,
Yeah.
and it ignites into flames,
Yeah.
and then I send it forward toward the owl bear.
Roll your attack.
I'm going to use my last portent, so that's 12 plus 6
That
again.
hits. That
18,
hits.
and it'll
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
Come on.
3d8 plus 1 for the
Nice.
8, 7, and 4.
15, 19.
20.
20 damage.
Wow.
So
Vinny's the
this
MVP
one, this
today.
time the orb smashes into its chest,
4 damage.
and it ignites its fur on fire,
Nice.
and it begins to burn as it kind of pats itself, and ultimately extinguishes most of the fire. But there's still some kind of licking off of it as the smell of burnt flesh kind of begins to permeate the cave, overshadowing the smell of the rotting flesh, and it looks pretty badly damaged now. Very good. And Morthos, you are up. Run back in.
Can I run back in? Can I get behind hold? Is that possible? With 30?
Yeah, that's your full movement.
I think
All
that's
right.
the action plan. That's the plan. Hold. Just get behind hold.
Can I'll say hold's not within 5 feet of the one that's disadvantaged, right? Or that has the ring.
He is not. That's because Sola formerly occupied that spot. He's within 5 feet of the one that he's
So
holding.
that's the one I'm gonna
Okay.
take a shot
Take your attack.
Nope.
Well, wait.
10.
Oh, I
10,
thought you were plus
10
8.
does not hit.
And then obviously we're moving 30 feet back out.
As your bonus
That's
action.
my bonus action.
Rogan it up, baby.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Okay,
Yeah.
and now the owlbear takes that hold. That hold is
I didn't
holding.
even have them.
Takes a bite
That's how
against
well
hold
established
again,
my character is.
and that's a 11 on the bite, and on you, and the claw against you hold is 21,
Hits.
Son of a gun.
That was
and that is 13 slashing damage to you. You still good? You're up. Okay, and so slash. The other one tries to step up to get to Melcene, but can't because there's not enough space. So it turns to hold
Excellent.
and takes a bite against hold. That's a 20.
Wait, plus everything hit was 20?
To hit was 20 to hit. Okay.
Wait, what?
You're 21.
My shield is
You
away
took
right
a shield.
now.
The shield's fine.
Yep. And the claw is 15.
Miss.
Okay. So the bite does. Ooh, that's max damage. 15 on the bite. And you go down.
The grapple goes away.
So he goes
Maybe I'm
down.
still holding it.
And as he goes down, then the second attack technically would be with an advantage. Because you're, right? You go down.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And, well, 15 doesn't hit. Roll 3 and an 8. So it actually misses your body. You take no death fails because it misses your body,
That's
but
good.
you are unconscious in front of both of them. And Rygar, you are up.
I'd like to move in so I can get a clearer shot on the one with Hunter's Mark.
Okay. You can move right up on top of the torch, and you can peer up over Sola's shoulder clearly as she's kind of waiting there in her stance.
Alright, and fire an arrow. And that's not going to hit. That's a 9.
It does not hit. Arrow ricochets off of the wall behind it, and Eli, you're now up. You see Hold go down, and the two owlbears angrily standing over him.
I stow my crossbow
Yep.
and
Pull out your shield.
pull the shield out, and I'm gonna get up next to Melcene.
So here,
Yeah, nope.
here.
Yeah, I guess. And I would like to hold an attack for the first one that comes within my threatened range.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
All right. That.
So you're holding your attack.
No, I
Melcene, you are up.
Wait,
You just skipped.
you skipped
Jack
like
Jack.
half the people.
Oh, Eli, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. That's why I have this out here, so you can correct me. Jax, you're up.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna obviously see my buddy Hold go down,
Yep.
and I'm gonna do another healing word to him. I'm like, Hold, you can't die.
Inconceivable.
That's right.
Alrighty, what is it, +4, so 6.
Okay.
Do not
So
think that word
So you
So-
get 6.
very good.
And then
You're
my bonus action, I'd like to bardically inspire Sola.
so healing word is a bonus action.
Oh shoot, does it really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So you can't do healing word and
Dang it.
bardic inspiration in the same
Can I
turn.
have a ranged weapon?
No,
All right.
I'm a bard.
You have a sword.
You can do vicious mockery again. That's an action.
Oh yeah. Okay, then I'm gonna viciously mock the
You see
one
both-
with the
you can see
white
both.
ring.
The white ring. All
Yeah,
right, very good.
that one.
That's the one that has been burned by.
Yeah.
Yep.
Come and get it, chicken tenders.
I love it.
That is a 6.
I
So
hope you
roll your
kill it by
damage.
mocking it.
Ah, 1.
Okay, but it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now Hold is up.
Yeah. Hold
This
stands up.
Hold stands
Yeah,
up.
it has done it.
And he turns
couple
to the
times.
one. Wait, how far away is? Can I can move up to him, right? The one that just killed me.
So you are adjacent to the one that
Yeah.
is next to you.
And I can move up one, right? There's
Yeah.
space. Yeah. I'm going to the one that killed me,
Okay,
and I'm gonna just punch him right in the face
I love it.
go for it. Roll your attack.
while growling and screaming. Come on, baby.
Yep.
Nice.
21.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Revenge.
That's right. Come on, baby. 8 magical damage.
8 damage. Okay, very good. Crack! The
Oh.
beak splits,
Come on,
and you hear this sickening, bone-shattering crunch underneath you as it staggers under the blow and then catches itself.
Does it
And-
still have a bite attack?
And then I
there?
will.
It does, just not nearly as
I'll
strong.
put my shield out after I see it not fall.
And you have your shield out. Very good. Now Melcina's up.
Alright. I would like to. I see that Hold had gone down, so I'm still assuming that he's low.
Right, he stood back up after Jax healed him.
Alright, but I do want to do a medicine check just to.
Nice.
Crit.
6.
So you can, 6. And he is right in front of you. You can reach out and cure wounds him.
Alright, so I do want to cure. I want to use my last.
You have to sing Sweet Caroline while you do it, though.
Why?
Touching you, touching me.
Oh.
Sweet Caroline.
Sorry, my D8.
That's my theme song then.
Love it. Love having healers.
8.
Nice.
Can I do another medicine check?
No.
No, I can just do one.
Yeah, one person.
Okay.
Ooh. Can I leave him open and go
So
get
cure wounds was your action.
When he comes into my zone,
Alright,
I have an
so I
attack.
can't use my thorn whip then.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But yes.
Alright.
revenge.
I know that Sola's
I
still
know.
probably pretty low with health as well. I am going to use one of my Balm of Summer Court dice.
That's a bonus action?
Yes.
Yep. Go for it.
And get 2 more.
So, so you have one of
wait,
those.
It's and a temporary hit point.
Nice.
Very good. Good turn.
We're back in this.
Sola.
Can I get in melee range of the hunter's mark one?
You cannot. You can get next to this one by stepping in front of Eli.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so Sola jumps back into the fray.
Oh,
I will attack. 18 plus 6.
That hits.
hmm.
10.
Nice. Slash across the chest as it lets out a squawk and the blood spurts forth following the cut of your blade.
And then unarmed strike.
Whatever they got on me.
16 plus 6.
That's why we can't
Hits. 7, very good. So slash followed up by a twirling punch, kind of palm underneath its chin,
Oh, yeah.
smashing it up, cracking the beak that Hold has already crushed, and splitting it in half so that there's like 4. There's like the top beak and then kind of the bottom one split in 2.
Now it does
And
extra damage.
its teeth, its
And then a little horn will come off.
no
the
teeth,
beak.
its tongue is just kind of hanging there.
Oh, hold on. I want a step of the wind then to disengage and
Okay.
get behind Eli.
So that is your
Everything just keeps on.
that's your
I
second
know,
They hit
right?
hard.
that's your second key point.
That is my second. Yep.
Okay, back behind Eli.
Hopefully we'll sleep after this, or at least short rest.
At least a short rest.
At least
I need a
short
long
rest.
rest.
If
guys.
y'all play a short
I
rest, I
know.
got a little tune for you.
And Vincent, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna step forward 5 feet.
Okay.
Continuing to focus on Fernian Ash focus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use Firebolt on the same one I hit
Okay.
before.
There's a lot of people in front of you.
Sorry.
You can get up behind Eli if you like.
Whatever.
Nah, I'm
Okay.
not gonna do that.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
I don't hit anybody.
Why don't you say that?
That's gonna be 17.
17 still hits.
Alright. And that's 2.
2 damage?
Yeah.
Did you add the +1?
Yeah.
So you roll the 1.
I did.
Okay, the firebolt hits it in the shoulder and almost catches fire, but it puffs out before it can ignite.
There's nothing
Morthos.
You already burned it all.
Well, if I can get within 30 feet of one of them, that's what I'd like to do again.
You can get behind Eli.
And Eli just says, "Go ahead." Everyone else is.
Yep.
And I will shoot at the one that has, holds within 5 feet of both of them. now,
Yeah,
right?
both of them, yep.
So I'll take the one that has Hunter's Mark on it.
Very good.
It would be 14.
14 hits. Roll your sneak attack.
Nice.
That's not 9.
That might
9.
do it, though.
Okay.
He is really good.
You try to go for the eye again, knowing that was a soft spot before, and shoot and just miss the head as it impacts into like its collarbone. Blood kind of begins to pour forth, and it's staggered and trying to stand up and claws wildly at Hold because he's right in front of him. And that's 19 on the dice again. 26 to hit with the bite.
Hit.
And 10 to hit with the claw.
Ew.
So the bite is 12.
Nice.
As it bites down on your arm again that you just punched it with,
So much experience.
it kind of and
You added.
You
I
added.
just took 2 away for some reason. I wrote
the
the
other
damage.
one sees Eli there with his shield.
I held my action for when it came in.
Yes, you did. And go ahead and roll your attack.
Nice.
That's gonna be a 15.
15 hits. Roll your damage.
Nice.
Can I draw it against my leg? Can't go back. Okay. That will be an 8 damage.
8. Very good. As your jagged sword impales against it and slashes it away, it takes a slash back at you and a bite at you. That is a 13 and a 24.
24 hits.
Okay, so that's the claw that hits. That is 12 slashing damage to you. And Rygar, you are up. You still up?
The one with Hunter's Mark, I'd like to fire at.
Yeah, make your attack.
Kill it.
bastard.
Kill it. Nice.
Ooh, double all your
He
dice.
probably has like 1 hit point left and we're still crit.
And the Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
This thing's gotta be dead.
It's probably only has like 2 hit points
Feels
left.
good.
He's making
With
them
all
roll.
these dice.
He's making them roll.
See what he gets.
What's 8? 18 plus.
Plus 4.
It's gotta be.
21.
This time, as it's
Decapitated.
as it's squawking, its beak exposed, you aim right, and it goes inside of its mouth, pops out the back of its head, the arrow, and it just falls back. Done.
Alrighty, guys.
So,
time
am
to-
I
And
up
Holt
ag-
thinks it's from his last punch, so he laughs.
Am I up again because of the way it worked? Because I held, so I'm up again
You
now?
are up again.
Well,
You still have a bonus action, so you can move that to a different creature.
Rygar.
Rygar.
because I held.
Oh, I'd like to move it to the.
Yep. So
last
that's on
remaining.
there as well.
I'm just gonna swipe at it.
Yeah. Roll your attack.
That hits 19.
Roll your
plus,
damage.
Yes.
That's not great. 7.
Okay. Another slash against it. Bleeding. It squawking angrily over and over as it sees its allies fall, and its eyes are just filled with unintelligent rage at you. Jax, you are up.
Chicken. Bark, 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 bark.
That is a 16.
Nah. Well, I tried.
So
Hey,
that-
Sola, finish him off.
And
That's your bardic.
Hold, you are up.
I had one.
No,
Sola,
I didn't. Cause
What
that
is it at +1d6?
It's a D6, yeah.
So Sola, you are inspired. Hold, you're up.
I'm going to just
Yeah, roll your attack.
I think it's
15.
Hits.
Come on, hold.
5 damage.
Okay. Bang! Punching it again. Its beak explodes under your weight, and the bottom one that had been split, the right side, just falls off as it has half of a bottom beak, and it's just there, trying to just desperately claw and bite its way out of this.
Poor creature.
Melsine, you are up.
Get it out of its misery.
I want a medicine check hold.
Yep.
Crap. I think that's a 10.
His body is just not at the right angle for you to see him. As you're behind him, you see his back more than his front.
I'm still gonna use my
field.
second Balm of Summer Court dice
On who?
on
Okay.
hold.
That's your bonus action.
4.
4
and you
healing
get a
to you.
temporary hit point.
Very good, and you still have your action.
So I'll do my Thorn Whip.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Roll your attack.
Maybe.
11.
And this time the Thorn Whip goes wild, and it hits it, but not with enough force to actually do any damage. Sola, you are up.
I'm gonna get in front of Eli.
Yeah.
Right?
Wet noodles.
Attempt to hit.
It's a little more.
So
Roll your attack.
Ah.
You spired.
Oh wait,
Maybe.
6, 7, 8, 9.
you'd have to roll.
12.
She has to get 12. She needs
Yeah.
3 or higher. You got a 50% chance. 4.
Got it.
Perfect.
Hits.
Turned a 2 into a hit.
10, 11.
11.
Yep.
How would you like to finish him, Sola?
Yes! You can thank me for that one.
Finish
folks.
I
I'll
go.
take the kill.
I see the rage in his eyes, and just putting him out of his misery, I go right for the carotid, through the jugular, and just decapitate its head off. Its head spins and hits hold as he grabs it, as he thinks that he did it.
Oh, that knocks me out.
And Hold's dead. 3 deaths.
No, he had a 6. So now you
Okay.
have a bear
Excellent. So you guys finish off the 3 owlbear at the foot of the cave complex. You guys move inside,
I
and
hope no one heard that.
That's what I said.
I need. What are you guys doing when you move inside?
I need a short rest.
I need.
Look
to-
around.
I need a long rest.
I'm taking a look around.
Yeah, look around.
I do want to look around though.
Make
So,
sure we're not gonna get
I heard Rygar and Hold say that first, so you guys can roll individually, or one of you can help the other.
Well, I don't know how I'm gonna help him.
You're just walking around together,
I'll
inspecting.
help Rygar.
Okay, so you
I
have.
grab the 2 torches and
Well,
I go
actually,
like this.
he's in the forest,
Yeah.
so he's already advantaged.
Oh.
So you roll and you roll with advantage.
Okay.
Doubling up. Come on, baby.
This is investigation.
Oh, mom.
Oh, that's
That
nice.
is-
Oh, investigation.
That is 19.
18.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay,
Keep
so your body, your eyes are immediately taken to the body of a half-eaten humanoid creature. Its chest is flayed open, and its flesh is mostly eaten, but its bottom half is kind of intact. And this looks like some man who is just taken from the road. And on his person, you find still sheathed a dagger. And this dagger, it looks like he must have been waylaid before he had the opportunity to do anything with it. And
Oh, that's
Dagger
a
will
dagger.
kill everything.
And as he's inspecting this, picks up this dagger and is inspecting this dagger, you see underneath the other half of his body, that the part that's been flayed, like behind his back, you see that there's a strap kind of over his chest, and the back is behind it. You pull his back over, and you see a bag with a smiley kind of face on it, with an open smile. And you open up the bag, You don't see anything inside, but the bag is very intricately decorated and looks to be more than just an ordinary bag to you.
Try to see the smiley face bag.
Oh, like that kind of
Yes.
smiley
Yes.
face.
Yeah.
To carry everything
Is it a bag of
now.
holding?
I'm not giving him anything.
All right. And so as you guys are inspecting this, I need everyone to roll perception.
Perception. Oh.
24.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
We both rolled 20s as well.
24.
We all have
Plus 2, so 22.
investigation.
Crit fail.
Okay.
Perception.
So those of you,
Nine.
many of you rolled this. You at the back of the cave there is a small 5 to 7 foot opening, large enough for you to get through hold. That continues a ways, and then starts to kind of to meander its way up. And it's not a sheer climb up. But it is a kind of a terraced back and forth to get there. It looks like it's definitely man-made, not by kobolds because they would have made a smaller entry, but there's hewn steps into this, and you find that, see that, and as you kind of get up there and you're just kind of inspecting this, you see the rope that's dangling. You're about 30 feet up, and another 20-foot climb up the rope to the that cave. And as you do so, as you kind of look out, you hear the yell, "Gamash Fushkash!" And there is what did you roll?
Me, 17, I think.
Okay, and what? And you don't. What did you roll?
For 19.
19. And what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Abyssal.
Okay. Does anyone else? What did you? Does anyone else speak Abyssal?
No.
Didn't take that one.
Okay, so no one. Several of you hear this, but you're the only one who understands
How
it.
do you not speak that?
He speaks Infernal. There's a difference between the two. And in this demonic language, you hear, "Come and face me, you fools." And that is where we will end
So no longer.
tonight's session.
Or you say no thanks and you run away.
Give us 8
I'm
hours.
ready to Hunger Games tie myself into a tree to sleep.
Seriously.
I'm down.
Well-
I only need 4 hours.
So we fought 2 of those guys at a time.
Of what
Pretty
guy?
much the bears.
If we would have fought 3, do you think they would have taken more of us out?
Oh yeah.
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 I would have died. You
So
would
we
have
did the
died.
right thing.
You would have died.
I think
you
so.
would have died.
And
We
I
would have
think-
lost half the party.
I think my next fighting style might be Dungeon Delver.
You guys
very
get
close.
30 experience from that battle.
30.
30. That was 3 CR3 creatures.
Yeah, boys.
That you guys played it the way. I mean, you messed up the sneaking in the beginning, but then you played it the way you needed to, kind of with your hit and run tactics.
Yeah, if
so
you
that
didn't
was smart.
grapple him, I would have run.
Yeah.
But once he grappled him, I'm like, okay.
So you all get 30 experience, and I'm going to give you 5 extra experience for the role playing with the kobolds and the
So close.
persuasion that you're in. All right, and so
Someone's gonna want
next Wednesday we're going to who can
Still recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just
yeah,
talking
who
about
can make it? Who can make it next Wednesday?
All of you
Where are
can.
you going? I work.
But I'm here.
Quit.
So Melsine, Jackson, Rygar
She's a
cannot
working.
make it.
She's a working girl.
That's what
Okay.
sick days are for.
So we're
Actually,
gonna.
I'm due for sick day. I might. If I work the 26th and 27th in a row, I will.
Although this is all on camera now.
Shoot.
Prove
Well, so we'll figure it out. We're gonna do a little holiday kind of one shot that is going to be part of this continuity. We're gonna just continue that, and so we'll miss these 3, and these 5 will have that little session. Okay, and I have no idea who subscribed, who followed. I don't know if we had any this session.
I don't think he did.
So that means that we have we're gonna do the $50 donation anyway to Toys for Tots, and we thank you for watching. Thank you for staying a little later with us on this special penultimate to Christmas. Actually, it would be ultimate to Christmas. There's nothing in between. And we certainly wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a wonderful Festivus,
Yeah.
you know, all of those fun things. And we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock as we continue to loot, die, and repeat.
Do. Hey.
All right, have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. I actually am just gonna shoot right home because.
Yeah. Well, it's really
Well,
late.
I'm not.
It's like 10:30.
Yeah.